How are we living creatures? This is my first video in my Unranked to Master series, all educational, all on YouTube here for you. So every game, win or loss, will be here on YouTube. The way that these videos will be set up is in Champ Select. I'll tell you everything I'm thinking about the draft and what I think of my matchups, 2v2s, 3v3s, so on. Tell you everything about the champion. This will be Briar focused, but as you know, I'm playing in lower elos where Briar gets played a ton. So if Briar gets taken, I will even include the games that I'm not on Briar. There will be a focus on this longer format videos because this is a journey and climbing takes a long time and you need to be okay with that too. Last thing before the game starts is the fact that I do read and reply to every single YouTube comment for over a year, so please, if you have any questions, put them there or go to my Twitch stream. I also answer things 24/7 over there, so enjoy. Don't forget the games are Champ Select Game, Champ Select Game. Enjoy. Thank you so much. You learned something new. Alright, we're into the first game. We have Jinx, Lux, bot lane. Usually all I think about with that is that if one of them hits CC, the other one should follow up with high hopes. And especially adding me into that picture with I hit CC, then she should, and then she should down the line. Morgana does kind of mess that up, but one thing that you can do is, one, pay attention to the cooldown. If she ever wastes it, you have 20 seconds to look for her play. Or you can run towards someone and then never use Q and she'll black shield that target. Maybe you can flash Q someone else, or if they get close enough, you just regular Q. Yeah, not too bad. Yasuo, main thing to know about him is that he will try to win while you're E, so he'll mess up a lot of your disengages or your put him into the wall if you're not in a bush. That can suck. Amumu is a champion usually like Bork Black Cleaver into, but you don't really need it. You also sometimes need Titanic just to even exist, because yeah, Bork would kill him, but if he Q ults you and you have Bork, you're just gonna die to his team. So it can be pretty tough. I mid Renekton into that. Now that's an awesome counter pick. I don't know if you guys know that counter pick, but Renekton versus Melee, GG. Let me turn my heater on. Yeah, I thought I would include some of the Champ Selects. You guys often don't think about the things that will happen in game and the situations that you can be in, but the more you think about it now, the less you have to react to later. So Pantheon's pretty standard. The moment that I see him jump from his W, or with his W rather, I'm just going to buffer E every time. Same room page, never going to change. And we're going to do some standard climbing. I do like this ward. But yeah, our team's pretty good. In terms of who wins draft, our team, one thing that'll benefit you is to look at these champions that you have and sometimes realize that certain champs have I win the game now effect, right? Viego's one of them where okay, you took one person's soul, well now we lose this team fight, we have to reset. Jinx can be like that. If we kill the first person, she gets going, right? It can be really good for us. So, oh, this guy's a Briar icon. Did I steal your main, brother? Nice. Yeah, the idea is that if we kill the first person, then Jinx can reset and start carrying a team fight. So when I get into game, if I see Renekton stunning someone, that'll be my target, not the second person behind him or anything. Focus people together and you get more damage. So we're into the first game ever on this account. Let's make it work. One of the consistencies of this grind will be the rune page, the summoner spell, the skin, and the jungle pet. We're going all this all the time because I think it's the best, and I can't I can't just tell you guys, hey, you need to be doing these things when you're down here. A lot of you are like, you don't know what it's like playing in silver. So for the second or third time, I will, because I've already done the top lane account in silver. I've done the mid lane account, but you guys are like, you don't know about jungling in silver though. I'm like, okay, here we are. The main things I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of just scouting what my team is doing. I don't really know what their plan is. I don't know what we're trying to accomplish, but I feel like I might be able to make something out of this, whatever it may be. Gotta get this energy drink rocking, man. We have 3 hours to grind. Now, if we just want to start their blue buff, I mean, that's fine. Not gonna ruin my day. I'm gonna show a little bit later to let him get closer. So now in this situation, you think about, do I want to take all three of his topside camps, or do I just want to take two? Two obviously is a lot faster, and it leaves you in a situation where, oh man, Seems like Yasuo is actually walking to stop Singe. Okay, he's not. Nice. I was about to get scared there for a second. So yeah, if you go to their wolves and you get caught on them, you can get rotated on and it would suck. It can really mess you up. But if you clear fast enough and efficiently enough, you can, you know, you can not get caught while doing it. And then that'll leave him on the back foot a lot harder because he's down another camp. I am a big fan of taking two, but, you know, around here, I think it's assumable that these players aren't going to be full clearing perfectly. So I'm just going to do my camps. Like it's nothing. I'm going to take my 3 and then I'm going to go to my top side here. And you know if, you know, your blue buff is gone, then he obviously started your side, but it'll be relative to the time that you see on the passive bar. So if you look at my passive bar, that's the time. That's what it looks like for someone that started a blue buff. So if you were to see a Mumu right now with a blue buff, and he also has his blue buff timer tick down like this, then you would know, hey, he, you know, started my side, because you technically don't know that he did. You can assume that he hasn't started your side, but still. So right, we just left from 3rd camp and walked up, so that he would just be walking up there now. So you can kind of, you know, use your game sense, your spectral sight, if you will, to see that he's probably around your red or your raptors, and he is exactly there. It's crazy how this game works. I'm actually going to ward my red here. I'm going to walk to my raptors, and if he tries to steal him, I'm just going to take them back. And I don't even need to fight him, because now looking at my mid lane, my mid lane's farther, so thank you for the leash. And that's why I actually go to Krugs there instead of going to my red or my raptors. Because if you go to red or raptors, then he would just try and fight you on it, and he would probably have the jump on you because you don't know where he's coming from, left to right. But you do know that he's on his way. Now I confirm my Krugs, get my raptor, and then I go to my red buff, and now we're living the dream. Now we're going to ping him off there, so that my Singe knows. Again, you have Renekton versus Yasuo. This is just a reaction gank, right? No big deal. I'm going to check my bot lane. They do not have prio, but I can just fight him. Because I have level advantage and a red buff. This is obviously a good situation for me. Rock my red buff and just keep it moving. Fortunately for him, with level advantage and red buff, there's no way I can lose that fight. So don't even get too worried about it. Again, like, things in this, concepts and levels and damage numbers and all of that, they're very constant. A higher level champion will oftentimes beat the lower level champion. Red buff is a really good combat passive, right? A good thing to have in a fight. So when I have that plus level advantage, now I have 2 things in, you know, in my corner, figuratively. So I'm going to make it work. You know, I'm going to take that fight, assuming that I'll win it. So now, when do you stop farming? That is a good question. I myself, I'm a very greedy player, but I kind of read the map a little bit. Where, like, if I don't feel like we're under a lot of pressure, then I'm not going to stop farming. I'm going to use every second I get. And as I see that my team's starting to fight, I'm going to use that timer for good here. Flash on the first person, save my W2 to kill the second if possible. Buffer my E because I'm getting a little bit scared here. But it's really no big deal. Now I'm going to take my reset, because the odds of me getting anything else done pretty low. If he cooks though. I don't even know what I'm seeing. If someone didn't think this was silver, now you know. Nice. Good. And now I'm just going to do what I would tell you guys to do, right? If you did Krugs on your side, right? If you did Krugs, Raptors, 2 Wolves, you're going to do that again. So take that timer right to it. You have the decision now that you have a neutral objective near you to check your prio and then see if you should go for this next objective. Well, the next objective here that's close to me is Groves. They're up in 10 seconds. So I see that I do have mid prio, which is good. So I can actually hop over here and then just go to them, because I have minions at top turret and my mid has prio. So I'm feeling pretty good about starting this, assuming that my team would walk to me first. You do have to be wary of Pantheon Ultimate, right? You can obviously go. We see a Mumu now. Pantheon Ultimate, if you are on vision, he might just send it at you. But again, you have a good matchup into Pantheon, because if he ever W's you, you can, on reaction, just hit E, throw him the opposite way, and now you're not dead. The only way that you really die to him is if you don't have E. So we're going to take that. Now we know that Mumu's probably going to his top side to get those camps. We don't need those camps to win this game. What wins me this game is, you know, high tempo, good farm, and so on. So I don't need to invade him and risk Pantheon ulting me or, you know, Yasuo roaming from base. I'm just going to go get my confirmed farm. Now you could look for an invade on his red side here, since his red buff is spawning. That's not too bad, but as you can see, you'd only have your mid laner, maybe he can turn a fight, but your bot lane would rotate second. As you can see, they were closer to that red buff than your team is. So I'm going to try and get my own prio here by ganking mid. I'm going to ping to tell him which direction to go. I could have maybe let that W go a little bit longer, but I'm kind of happy with how long I did, just because Renekton seems like he's able to win this. Dude ult here definitely looks pretty good. Banging. Banging. Nice. Pantheon ulted mid, and then TP'd back top. Their bot lane's dead. We haven't seen a Mumu yet, so I don't know where bro's at. Now, the biggest thing to carry in lower elos, I would say, is just, you know, regardless of if I'm always doing the right thing or having the right prediction, I'm always doing something, and that's, I mean, a good portion of it, actually. If you W, then you would get killed by Caitlyn here. You can try and cook it, though. Get that hop about the bed. I'm out of there. I like to sweep where I'm recalling in times where I'm like, you know, worth a shutdown and I haven't spent my money, so I'm not as strong as what my KDA might imply. Just to make sure I don't get caught lacking randomly. Now, one strat I do is I understand how people feel when they, you know, they see a dragon up in low elo, they think, oh my god, it needs to be done. He pings dragon, I say on my way to dragon. I don't go to dragon right then, though. I'm on my way, you know? Maybe I have a few stops to do. And that's how you kind of quell the anger that these players have. Because him wanting to do that dragon, you know, it's a bad dragon right now, but he thinks it's the right play. So you just gotta take it into account. Like, hey, he's trying. He doesn't maybe know exactly how to, you know, bring it home, but at least he's trying. So I'm going to try and show that I'm trying too. Hey, I care about the same thing you do. That puts us on a common ground here. Common ground being that we're both trying to win this game. Might be worth it to flash into this just to save my boy here. Their bot lane is dead, not their support though. Nice. Now I'm actually going to take this timer and hit the dragon just so I'm always doing something. Technically, it's probably more efficient for me to go to like my blue buff to top crab into grubs, but fine with it. Can you get that ward for me? Don't have smite, but I'm going to try. Morgana right there. Make sure I don't lose that dragon, because that would tilt your team. Again, League of Legends is a lot of mental, so do everything that you can to not tilt your team intentionally. If they get tilted, but nice, good kill. Now I'm actually going to take my recall, and if need be, I'm going to just ult this, just to be sure that he's not on it, but we see him right now. If, for example, I didn't see him, if I was really feeling myself, I would hit R, but I really don't need to. The correct play is to save your ultimate. That's all there is to it. As you can see, I'm leaving some camps here and there. The main thing that I'm doing is I'm always denying him something, right? I'm stopping him from doing something at all times. That's like, it is like really the biggest thing to realize is like, winning jungle through like just good jungling and doing your thing is really good, really smart. But one of the better things is to just stop them from ever playing the game. But you do need to wait because we need Pantheon, or Yasuo is coming rather. So we would need Renekton. Oh my god. Buffer your R into this and pray, because we're in a rough spot here. If Yasuo gets Q and ult, we're in a rough spot. Oh, maybe I could have killed him, but I didn't. Get him. Get him. Bring it home. Get him, man. EQ in 1. Oh, good try. Now these wolves should be dead. Jinx rockets flying through. My boy is going for it. I actually don't really like this recall that much. This is mostly just a health recall. Grabbing a little bit of tank stats isn't too bad. Again, as long as you're not giving up a neutral objective, taking a recall, if you're spending, you know, it should be 1,000 gold. My idea here is that with his top side being down, I'm going to skip my Krugs. I'm going to go to my Raptors down to go for 3 camps. And when I do that, I can match him on any bot lane play. Feats of strength acquired, by the way. And again, it's like, you know, sometimes it's tough to realize that, you know, just playing a standard good jungle game and being really strong is a big part of, you know, winning the game. But another thing that, you know, a lot of higher elo junglers do is they will, I'll just stop you from ever accomplishing anything. I don't necessarily always need to be doing my own great thing. But if you can always be there countering what enemy jungler does, just by, you know, predicting what he's going to do, being in the right place at the right time, and so on. If you can always stop him from playing the game, trust me, it's just so beneficial for you. Got a smite there. Yasuo's coming. I would like this fight, no lie. I'm gonna walk over here. I like this fight because again we have Renekton versus Yasuo and me versus Amumu. And I'm dead, but I'm gonna try. Oh my lord, I'm alive! I'm alive! Nice. Bring it home. Nice. Good job. Now I always type something like that, so again, this is how I climb, guys. If you can replicate this, do it. But so like as I just saw my Lux support steal a kill from my AD carry, I'm gonna type good job. Because right, if the last thing that's on your mind is something negative, that's not good, right? So the moment that, oh, I just got mad at my support taking that annoyed me. Well, if I see good job, that's the last thing that you saw. And it's kind of just a thing that helps, like, mental. I want this crab. It's me choosing me. I gotta put me first. Now, obviously, you took all of Amumu's bot side, so he will be looking to fight here. So if you could keep your team alive, that'd be good. I don't really feel the need to save him. Again, I'm worth a shutdown, so me dying is way worse than him dying, right? The next neutral objective is Dragon, and if we could play for it, we will. One thing that a lot of lower elo players... One of the low elo players do is they don't always rush objectives when they have a timer. So like right now, when that dragon spawns, they technically have a few seconds till Renekton's there. And Renekton doesn't have TP until he's even alive, and then he has to get there, right? With that in mind, I'm gonna grab Mercs this game just because they have this, and Mercs are pretty good. You could go Tabbies, and I wouldn't even hate you because they have triple auto attacker too. We'll make it work. FF50. Okay. They don't often go for objectives off spawn like that. And when they don't go for objectives, it gives you more options. So an objective that was lost or gone is actually still there because they didn't abuse you, you know, how you say, you know, having that vulnerability in your team by losing that player. So, great job. And there's your first game. Woohoo! Thank you. Starting out Silver 3. Nice. See, like, people like this, man, your focus is in the wrong spot. You're too focused on, like, being mean to others and stuff like that, that it's just not helping your grind. Plus, you were ahead, bro. Pantheon, if you put Spear Shot in this lobby, he's carrying this game every time. So, stop focusing on the wrong thing. You got it. Let's go to game 2. I do think it's worth mentioning also that, you know, I'm playing in silver or gold right now, so if I go to gold here and I look at pick rate, Diana would be one of the best junglers to ban. Actually, let me swap to my server too. Yeah, Diana. That's the champ to ban here. He's apparently getting played a ton. Kane players, a Mumu is everywhere. So you really have to make sure that you're banning something relevant. So like I banned Karthus because that's what I banned. I kind of forgot. But let's try and find Karthus on here. He's probably not very played because he's kind of a tough champ. Yeah, he's. So I just banned something that might affect like 1 in 50 games. Make sure that your ban makes sense. Like if it's a matchup that you legitimately can't play, if it's the Maokai matchup you legitimately can't play it at all ever, then just ban it, whatever. But again, I just banned badly. I just banned the thing that I banned in Challenger. I wanted to take a second just to talk to you guys about MMR. So I've only played, so I leveled this account and then only played normals with my stream here. So every game we just had, you know, my boys playing, and so that first lobby, albeit I'm silver 3 in my placements, that was a gold 3 lobby. So when people say like going fresh account is the way, and it's like, no, it's not, because even if you're in this lobby, if you go fresh account and then you can't perform in a gold 3 lobby, and then you lose that game, now you're right back to where you were, except you either spent money buying an account, which you shouldn't do, or you just spent all that time leveling up. And yeah, that's not good at all. So stick to what you have, make it work. Alright, we're in the second game, and we have something like Lux Galio. So you see that they have a lot of crowd control for sure. They can run out of damage if you get too tanky and you take like both their full combos, you're still alive. Well, GG, you know. See Shyvana. Shyvana, as a champion, likes to full clear again, do a dragon, and try and get her resistances up. And then she likes to play for AP, big damage, ease. You have a lot of agency in the early game, so if you see your laners fighting, you obviously just want to immediate walk, because odds are she won't. But also don't waste too much time around that, because you need to be back on your camps to not fall too far behind. She will oftentimes look for invades if you waste too much time on like your, you know, ganks or whatever. Like if you're ever not farming, she will look to invade you. She's not going to look to outright fight you until she knows she can win. Sorry, I got kind of messed up on that. They're kind of typing too. Apparently they got a dodge or something like that. I swapped my ban to Master Yi, by the way, because we looked at the pick rate, saw that he's picked a lot. That's it. I'm not going to ban Karthus in a elo where Karthus is picked 1% of the time, right? Diana, Kane, Amumu, Master Yi, those are high pick rate champions in gold where I'm at. So we're going to ban that for sure. So we are good. We are into this game. We have Garen and Cho'Gath, which can do devious things in side lanes, so grubs are pretty good. We have Ashe, who can slow people down, and then Morgana can Q them. So if I pair into that, right? If I pair into that by Qing someone and then Morg Q someone, or if I Q the person Morg Qs, obviously that should be a kill every time. Jinx does have cleanse, that's worth noting. Lux exists, right? You just have to sideways W her Q, that's a free kill. Galio can be annoying where it just stands in front of you. At times, it would make sense to grab Bork. Now, they've actually swapped, so that's Shyvana top versus Mundo. Mundo can scale it pretty hard. I would say this is like the most insane Bork game ever, and you could go Bork first here, and it would probably go pretty crazy. For the sake of it, I'll probably grab it third or something like that. We'll see. It mostly just depends on your recall. Again, you kind of need to be tanky against teams like this, where if you get Lux Q'd into Jinx traps, into Galio taunt, like you're not going to be playing the game very often because your screen will be gray. They will be killing you. So oftentimes that's why I opt into Titanic no matter what. In terms of my pathing, right, we have tank into tank, so we're not going to path there. We're going to path bot again. Way easier to kill Jinx Lux with your team than them. Let me first. Go ahead, brother. If he doesn't ward, I can ward for him. He didn't ward, so I'm going to ward for him. The idea is that I want to see even if enemy team is running away, because that would give up this invade and not. Make sure to dodge any and every damage. You never know how to work. I'm going to ping away from that. I don't really like it. That's Mundo passive. Hey, bring it home. Good job. And again, I'm big on the emotional aspect of this game, so I will often type good job and stuff like that. And I will never type anything negative. If someone pings me, I insta-mute. Welcome to the game, brother. You either type positive and say nice things, or I don't hear you. That's it. So again, refer to the full clear guide if you need help with your full clear. We're going to be doing very standard stuff here. I don't fear an invade because it's Mundo and he just died at 1 minute, respawned and ran back, so him coming here would take a very long time. We're looking pretty good. I feel like my sounds are a little high, so at some point I'm going to adjust the audio. Just a bit too loud for me. Luckily, when you use all your spells, you have a little timer to just let Briar hammer away at some of these things. Good job, bot lane. Don't need to do that last auto attack. And again, you only, like, a lot of you suck with camera movement, and it's because it's not actually that you suck with it, you just don't know when to. So the biggest thing to do is only look at your laners when you're just right-clicking, walking to somewhere else. Or if you're, you've already W1'd and now you can't change anything, you just need to wait, look at your mana bar to use W2. So like right here, I can look. Because all I have to do is look at my mana bar, see when it's time, do the thing. Taking a roam here. Now we do see Mundo has a red buff in 12 farm. So we are done 4 camps. He's just starting his 4th, so he's pretty cooked. I'm going to contest him everywhere if possible. You would like to try and invade him, right? You would like to, hey, you're not allowed to get blue buff because I can be there to fight you. But you have to realize they're actually closer to you there. So going for a flat-out invade is not that good. But what you can do is get, into a bush, look to post up, get his passive for free, and then maybe look to fight him. Right now, we don't have prio, right? They're pushing into us, so we're down prio. Good dodge. There's a huge wave and our Morgana's coming, so I'm going to step up for this one. Cleanse is pretty useless against Ashe here, so we're just going to take that one straight down. Now, if enemy team didn't go to punish, so enemy team tried to punish on their stacked wave, right? They had a stacked wave, or a lot of minions, in other words. And so they went to punish my AD carry for even being there. Sure, I'll go to top crab. Fine with it. And because of that timer, I knew to look for a fight, because they had so many minions on bot side. I knew that they're probably looking to do it to, punish Jinx for being anywhere near that spot. And I just keep my camera on it, and I don't miss the gank. Again, a lot of jungling is just trying to not look at your character at all, and you don't need to. Right there, right, Galio E'd badly, so he dies. This person's stepping up. He has a lot of minions. He's probably trying to get that wave in. So that's another free kill. If she flashes, I'll flash. But luckily, Cho'Gath gets it. Saving my W2 so I don't run out of damage. A lot of you will mess that up right there in that situation. Because you will early W2 and not have the damage, you'll run out. But again, remember, this is an execute. You need to be waiting every last second possible. Again, sending Titanic because if I snowball hard enough with Titanic, I'll just grab Bork third and I will be pretty destructive. And again, these people don't have tank stats yet, so Bork doesn't even get that much value till they start building that health that you need to punish them, with. Or for. So you're pretty good to just build Titanic, be able to live. Bork also gets more value because when you have Titanic, right? 1, you get an auto tech reset, so you get more Bork passive. 2, you're alive longer to get more out of that lifesteal, right? I'm going to try and make it here to save my boy. Now, he's on 36 farm. He got 1 crab, so he's on 28. So he's cleared 2 camps. I'm on 38, so the same thing. I've cleared 2 camps on my side and got the crab. So now it just depends on where he got those camps from. Now, it wasn't my raptors, so it had to be probably his top side. I see a ward right there. This is one of the best defensive wards in the game. People like to, just ward to ward often, instead of thinking about it and placing a good one. So when you just drop that ward there, it is not that good. It's usually better to ward something like here, because then you get relatively the same amount of value, but that pink ward can't see it. Nice. Now I would like to, good job. I would like to play for Grubs this game because again I have Cho'Gath and Garen to be able to love the side lane. I don't have ult, so I can't use it. I'm really close. If I get minion experience, I could. So I'm gonna go here. My AD carry's died twice, but he's the only one having a rough game. AD carry isn't that impactful that even if he were to run it down, if I'm snowballing, I can carry. And you must always think that. I'm going to use my smite here. The idea with using smite here is I want my smite to come up so I can invade his red buff if he shows bot right now, which he is. Now would you look at that. And the map shows like this every time. We both path top down, so my blue buff spawn, his red buff spawns. I went from my Krugs all the way to top side instead of doing the neutral objective near me. And now the more time that they waste is actually a huge advantage. And again, I'm big on typing something positive. See, like right there, toxicity, no place here. You get a good job for that death, even though you didn't need to die that death. Because it really doesn't affect me, like, you getting mad at me doesn't mean I have to be mad at you, you know? If anything, I see you being mad at me for getting grubs and then punishing your top side, or enemy's top side, and then you're, like, you know, mad about that. It's like, trust me, man, I just think you're more so, I would more so say that you're just damaged, you know what I'm saying? You're a little upset. Why would I beat you down while you're upset? That doesn't make any sense. And now we've taken his stuff, now we can just respond to what he does. Very clearly it looks like he wants my red buff, so I'm just going to react to that and walk on over. This is a small choke here, it's a really good ult angle. Can't really mess this one up. Nice. Once I have Titanic money, I will reset, so I need 200 gold. Instead of going for an invade on his side, because he'd spawn and then his bot lane could rotate to me, I'm just going to go to my camps here. Maybe I can make it here to help. I'm going to try and make it here to help. I think prioritizing yourself is way better here, but make it work. Not too mad about this. You pass the Jinx traps. Try not damage out. When he flies in, we're going to put him into the wall. He still has W, so I'm going to let him do his thing. I'm going to smite to slow him down for my team. Q, and we're going to get it popping. Great job. See, and like, look at, you know, Garen's a real one, right? He was willing to walk to my Mort there. I think I'm going to carry this game. Or at least at every point I act like I will. And then we'll see at the end if I do. So I'm going to prioritize myself here. Going to complete my bot side so that when I reset to my top side and I have my grubs up in a minute 30, I will be as strong as possible. Nice, good. And you'll notice that again, a lot of this is just me simply just always doing something. It doesn't matter what I'm doing as long as I'm doing something. And then I let the opportunities or mistakes come to me. Again, I always type something positive. I have a minute till grub, so I'm going to get my 3 camps in the meantime. Again, always, I'm a big fan of typing something positive. If you have low, you know, words per minute, trust me, don't worry too much about it. You don't have to type these things. You can just throw in a positive emote, you know. Just how I climb. Gonna grab that. We're gonna kill this guy for free. When they go to CC me, I'm gonna try and put him into the wall here. Actually, maybe not. We don't need to. Ow! That hurt. I could have played that way better. My bad. But all good. I saved my ultimate, so if Mundo were to walk here now, I would blast him. I would just immediately ult him and we'd kill him. I generally speaking just couldn't decide who I wanted to kill there. And because of my indecisiveness, we didn't get another kill. Generally speaking, if I did get another kill, it would probably take me too far onto their side of the map, and I might have to waste my flash. So at least in this circumstance, I kept my flash. Now we're gonna scout his camps. I'm just gonna scout and see how this, how that raptor camp looks. Maybe how this Krug camp looks. Okay, so he's gotten those. I know the timer of his red because I'm the one that cleared it. And I don't really need to do much else currently. Ooh, honey. Try. Pink ward for a... Oh! Pink ward for a neutral objective every time. I can go for a greed ult here. Not too mad about it. Always, never punished. I'm going to save my Q, just so I can gap close after this. I don't know if you're that happy about this, brother. Immediately buffery, just in case he were to try and dash towards me, he would get knocked backwards. I can get right back to my camps ASAP. Before this dragon. Again, just always do something. Always do something. It doesn't matter if you're doing the right thing. Just doing something is enough to carry some lower elo lobbies. Because these players oftentimes don't know what to do, and instead of doing something, they do nothing. That is a rough circumstance to be in. He immediately ulted, so that's pretty good. I'm going to try and communicate to my team that we don't need to do anything here now. Once he ulted, he's much weaker for a team fight. So I'm going to go to the objective because that's essentially starting a team fight. Now they look like they might be able to try and stop me here. Luckily, we started it when we did, so we don't have to worry about that. Feats of strength are gotten. I'm going to defend my bot turret because I don't want them to do that. Alright, nice. This wave would die to no one, right? No one on Earth is near this, so that means it's Logan. I will chomps. Nice. He keeps ulting for everyone else. Unfortunately, they're missing too, so that's like even worse. If he saved it for himself, he might be able to live, but that is one thing that you'll see in lower elo is like people have a way that they want to win the game, and then when that's not working, they don't really know how to just like, you know, turn on a different style. That'll definitely oftentimes mess you up. Have multiple different layers to this stuff. Now I'm going to go for smite advantage. So in 2 minutes on that Rift Herald at the top, right? In 2 minutes I'm able to win the smite fight if he hasn't gotten it. Give myself another easy chance to, you know, get another good thing happening for my team. I never want to leave a situation open for them to clutch up on me. Not where I want to be. It's one of the most common things to ward is here and there, so I'm going to check them out real quick. Now, see, Rift is actually spawning in a minute 30. I see my mid is pathing down to that fight. Luckily, I'm Briar here, so I'm going to get that wave in, and then I'm going to look to ult it if need be. That'll be a pretty sick thing. I'm going to aim for this little spot. Okay, they got it. Good players. Again, one of the most commonly warded spots in the game. Now, I actually can't really beat him hard here, but what I can do is just try and zone him off and get that smite upgrade working again. Right now I'm just feeling the timer of 59 seconds. Okay. And the zone is. Oh yeah, you got it first. Nice. Like right there, I could have looked for the blue while he went to the play, but I noticed that it was too much of a risk for me to die there again. If you're dead, you're not doing something. And again, doing something is the key. I'm going to look for a 2v1 here. Because she put herself in this little crevice, that is a pretty good ult angle you could look for. Again, sideways W is the key here. Oh my god, I'm getting rolled. I might have to cook this. These guys are actually playing it well. Sideways W is the key again. Okay, I got the counter cook, to be honest. Dude, these Since when Silvers know how to play around Jinx traps, though? They caught me so lacking. I really didn't expect them to play that well. Good job. Now, one of the biggest keys to this game is, if you saw it right there, maybe you did, maybe you didn't. It's the fact that because I'm so fed, even when I get outplayed, I'm so far ahead that I have so much leeway in that circumstance. I just got jump scared by a Mundo. That even when they literally just outplayed me. No big deal. I'm so far ahead that it doesn't matter. Isn't it awesome? So wow, we need to edit that part out, man. What I should have done is simply just waited for the traps to go down, which is what I was going to do. But for a moment, it looked like Lux was trying to step off of them. So I was like, oh, I caught her. But no, she didn't. She was simply just right-clicking, and I fell for it. So my bad. Looks like he might feast this, so I'm going to let him get that. We have Dragon in 1 minute. Now we're going to start looking for that Bork, I think. If this goes too far, I'll be there. This is the ARAM thing that Low Elo likes to do often. Again, I will prioritize myself, right, by going to my camps and then just ulting to it. When it looks like they've overcommitted. Because you have to think about it. When enemy team sees that they're up numbers, which they did, right, it was 3v2 here, they're often going to push because more us, less them, monkey brain, caveman brain, you know, whatever you call it. So they're obviously going to start walking forward in a situation like that. So what you do is you just let that be the bait, and then, you know, pull it out the water with your ult. Kind of cool. Dash to him. You see? Oh. Maybe he's waiting for an item? I couldn't even tell you. Drew Toot top. Good player. Drew Toot. Grab this here rose here while we wait for my W cooldown. Looks like I will be going Bork here. Just because Mundo, he's getting pretty tanky. And it's still good against Galio. Now that they're starting to get health, right? They've all three now have health, so Bork is way better now than what it was. Now he can go ahead and he can look for any camps that he wants to. There are none there. Don't know where my Ash is at. Still gone. I'm looking at it. Doesn't look like he DC'd. Maybe I guess he'll check the mail. I had my way on top lane. I see a close fight, and then from their POV, it also looks like they could win this fight too. So, look to help them out here. Now I don't have Sweeper right now. That's messing me up. That tier 2 really on 14 health? Let's get that. Nice, bro. This Cho'Gath is cooking. Oh, okay. I was gonna tank it for you, brother. See, look, he was just grabbing mail. I'm gonna drop the Rift Herald to kill them here. I see Lux is coming to follow up. So what you do here is you just ping that you're going. Grab it a little bit, just try and hit one of them. Slide into that turret, they go for you, you hop the wall. No big deal. Now they probably will push through there, so if someone wants to catch this, that's fine. You to get his passive off, drop your E so you break off the fear, because you don't want to go too far on Mundo, right? You'd rather look at Mundo with your team. If your team's not able to hit, then you're not able to hit. The idea. Now, if you can't full kill the target, oh, nice. Can't full kill the target, then obviously it's not worth just staying on top of unless it's bringing you to where you want to go. We're gonna hard ping the Otacon here again. Whoever pings the loudest gets what they want out of a situation. My Garen would actually probably get pretty hurt during this, but if he W's at the right time, he might be fine. Nice. Again, they're doing what they're doing. That's okay. It doesn't affect me. I need this Otacon. And you'll notice the rhythm that, like, the game is played when I'm playing it. It's the fact that, like, I will facilitate a team fight and then I'll ping an objective, right? And I'll get us playing the right way. Just through the fact that I won't make a mistake that'll just throw the game off the jump. Because I won't put myself in a situation that won't work. I'll just go and look for something else. That was bad. Too busy yapping about how good I am. What the hell, Logan? I was hoping she would step up because I didn't want to have to farm my top side to get my Bork. But if I commit to farming my top side, then I can go for like Galio and then reset to Dragon. That could be pretty good. Alright, he's gone. Again, I'll always try and keep my team on the same page. Again, I never let toxicity be the last thing that's in the chat. I'll just type something positive. It really doesn't get to me to say something nice. It doesn't kill me, believe it or not. Now that fight, that's their cook, right? I'm chilling. Now we're on the 3-item trifecta. Yeah, no one gets near me anymore. This guy is topside? What is he cooking? Alright, Cho's gonna go there, that's fine. I'll let that happen. All my camps are farmed. I'm just really looking for any opportunity while I wait for a dragon to spawn. My ward is currently on topside, so I'm gonna bring that down. Let them do the caveman brain more numbers thing while I stand right here. See Mundo here, I'm going to play for this. If they want to go to mid-tier 1, that's fine. We can look for them afterwards. They can't get tier 2. Or if they do, man, we might have a fight on our hands. I'm going to wait for Ashe ult because I'm thinking about my team and what they can do. Ashe ult goes. I'm going to send it a little bit behind that. We're going to sink that one like it's nothing. I'm only going to use Q and Titanic here. Slide through. See if we can get something good happening. We go try and help Shogath here. I see him doing his thing. Might be a little overcooked, but we might be able to make it work. She's waiting till I use a spell to cast hers. That's a really good reactionary play. If you see it coming, though, you can just wait and get super close with your W and Q. To where even if she hits Q, you've already Q'd her. And what that accomplishes is you're hitting her while snared. And it's essentially like it didn't happen for most of it. Now, one of the biggest things to do is take their jungle after you play their side of the map. It usually doesn't take too long when you're ahead. So take a moment, steal all of his stuff. If he wants to do side lane, again, that's just putting his team farther behind. Or at least his laners, right? He gets a little bit of experience, but his camps are worth more to him, so we're fine. I'm going to go Sundered Sky this game. The idea here is, like, I'm just going 1v9 monster where I don't go resistances to tank team fights. Because in a game where I'm this fed, I'm not trying to tank team fights and, like, frontline for my team. I'm looking to kill everyone solo myself. So. That's what we're going to do. Nice. Slide forward, get the board cooking. As you can see, right, him hitting ult does not really exist anymore. Was that a Galio? What, bro? Just looking to flash the Lux Q if I can't just dodge it regular. We didn't bring our bot wave. Again, whenever you get a kill in a lane, check where the wave's at. See if you can push with it or not. And because I can't push with that, right, we don't have a wave on bot side, I'm going to look to take his camps. Again, every camp is worth double because it's his money and it's now in your pocket. So money he doesn't get, money you do get. Your camps are just your money. Now they will have 5 out of base here. Our Ash is still in base, so that means that you're actually at a disadvantage here, unless you guys get a free pick and make it work. I'm gonna look for a quick chunk there with Q Auto Titanic. I'm not looking to commit too hard. The biggest thing is let someone mess up before you, and if you're not doing that, then you should be hitting an objective. Just gonna hit the minions again. Minions going into their turret adds at least something tanking for a moment, or extra damage. Auto Titanic, Auto Q Auto. Now we've opened up that side of the base. We have Dragon Soul. I'm really looking for this Sundered Sky here. If I can get 1625 over 1550, I can get a pink ward too. But my pink ward's already still right here. So let's say I, get this dragon, we kill them, and then want to go Baron, So now I can recall happily. They're going up there again. That's not my ball, man. You do you. I'm all about my shutdown. So now we're pretty good on that note. Now it's good to be with your team in times like this to keep them from trolling. So like right here, some back pings go a long way. I'm going to get red buff to try and get them some extra health and so on. Because after 25 minutes, right, the buff goes to everyone. So as you can see, they now have red buff. I want to hover around this dragon. I don't really want to overcommit with my ult and send it in unless it's really, really free. Nice. We could just go to Baron while they can't do anything, but it's a lot to get a team to do, to be honest. Gonna take a quick chunk there. Again, if you chunk someone and force them back into base, it's just time that they're not getting experience, getting gold, and they're just walking. That's what you want to do. Again, all of this stuff adds up. You don't want it to matter, is the thing. This guy is at 6k health. He is killing it. Dragon Soul, one of the most important objectives in the game, right? Baron buff, you get Baron, you get the gold, and then Baron buff falls off. Dragon Soul is forever. You guys probably can duo it, but that's the thing. Me and Garen on the way. Now it's at 11k. We're already there. Now what do you do when there's no neutrals in the late game? Simply put, don't troll, get the Baron, and then start pushing on the inhibs. So if you already have inhibs down, you're not going to look for that. So I'm going to ping this. Our wave is kind of scuffed, but we can look for a random fight since that's not going to happen. I'm going to immediate Q. She's going to go over the wall probably. I went over the wall too fast. She was going to. That's okay. It doesn't matter. Nice. Again, you still hit Briar ult. It's not like she's getting away. But I was a bit overzealous. I thought she would react faster. Forgot I'm playing in lower. Learning Briar top. I already know her well. Got any advice for learning Briar top? I'd probably watch the Briar top videos, brother. I try and put a lot of effort into those, so there'd be a lot to learn from it. But the advice is, know your matchups. Because that's all top lane is. And there you go. Game number 2. GG. That one even went long, but again, I'm never worried going 30 minutes in, a rank like this because I just know consistently my play would be above the curve. So I'll find us advantages no matter what. So game number 2, we got promoted to Silver 2. That makes sense. Highest damage, good damage taken, up 5k. Rune's always doing good. Nice. GG. Woohoo. Hey, I forgot to start recording for this one, so I'll run you through. I forgot to ban Master Yi because I banned Karthus because I've done it through muscle memory. On bot lane, we have Jinx and Thresh versus Xayah and Taric. So Xayah, Taric, if they get a stun on you, you are confirmed CC locked and it's going to hurt really bad. Generally speaking, too, as Briar, when you W forward, you'll get target stunned into prepped arrows, and that's going to be a tough game. On top side, you have Yone versus Riven. Now, Challenger Yones can win this matchup. Now, flat out, I do think, Riven is an easier champ to pilot or to get damage on. And mid lane, you have Zoe versus Fizz. Fizz can almost always one-shot Zoe at level 3, or sorry, level 6, but Zoe does get the first 5 levels to poke at, Zoe can poke Fizz, so you should have a little bit of prio in the early game, and then you have to be careful about, like, snap decision-making, saving your Zoe from that one-shot. Maybe it'll be the difference. She picked heal up. Heal doesn't really heal that much, mostly, you know, the mix of the movement speed too, so I guess she's using that to try and dodge the Fizz R with a little bit of healing to try and live it if it does hit. I don't really know. Either Barrier or Ghost could be better at one or the other. So we'll see. So 50 seconds, we're going to start this recall. We're going to go ahead and drop our ward, keep pushing. We are against the Master Yi, so we get to fight that demon ASAP. Again, the moment that he Qs, you hard punish him. You should save your cooldowns for that time. If you can full kill him from a bush E, then obviously do it. Generally speaking, he will be beating you in 1v1s just by RE running at you. That's the circumstance that he wins, so you have to be careful about where you get caught out in. And that's about it. Now, my top lane's probably going to lose. My bot lane does have like range advantage, so if they're not getting CC'd, they can start chipping away at them. That'd be good. So overall, we're just planning to try and make this work, man. This is one of the times where, like, again, draft doesn't matter in these games, because on paper, we should probably lose this game. But, as you will probably see, it does not matter. I'm going to do my Raptor start. The idea here is that I can still path bot, while also going for a fast level 5. The faster I can snowball into a level lead against Master Yi, it'll give him less opportunities to try and just run me down. You could take a top gank here. You see how they're already fighting? That's up to you as the player if you want to try and influence that right now. As you can see, right, they both flashed. So this is a really good gank. You could run at him right now and go punish that. So let's go do that. Now if Riven gets the wave in and then recalls, you're in a bad spot. Luckily, this is just reacting to the fact that he does not have flash, and his wave is in a bad spot. Probably hasn't even recalled. 1. I just know my damage there. PTA proc W2. Keep it pretty standard. My Zoe's upset, it seems. Unfortunately, I ganked top and got a kill. Stupid jungler, you know? Standard stuff. That's okay, I'm going to immediately pick up my wolves and keep running at them. I took the walk because there was a chance to get that mid gank there. Reality is you probably should recall in that situation. We're going to check the blue buff first because that would be the first thing that Master Yi would go to invade us on. And now we're actually going to ping this. Because they haven't warded, they're at turret, right? The odds are that is where Master Yi is looking to gank. I'm going to try and walk to this because it looks like they're getting a bit cooked. Never mind, I didn't even make it in time. They lost that 2v2 too fast. To be fair, they have 3 sums. So it's assumable that those sums probably could have helped. He's actually on that side, so you know that he cleared bot to top now. Since he has 28 farm, you know that he also did a crab. My boy is living. That's good stuff from him. Nice. Our main focus is trying to get that team at rocking. Now, Master Yi started red buff. He would go to Krugs to Raptors. Thus meaning that his camps wouldn't be up just yet because my Raptors and Krugs just spawned. So I'm going to use this timer to get some good farming done. We'll be pretty good. Now I'm going to over clear here just a little bit. Because I'm at, 1350, 2 camps should put me at around 1600. That would be T-Map plus Ruby Crystal. That's really good. You also clear Raptors really fast because Raptors is an AoE damage check basically because it's a bunch of little guys. So the idea is that If I can AoE them down, which Briar does super well, and then go to Krugs with my smite, since that's more of like a single target thing, you're able to get this done really fast. He actually took these, so he canceled that recall and win. I wasn't looking in that moment, so that's on me. 1500, I often like to go Tunneler Longsword here, just to pick up 25 AD and 250 health. So that was actually a pretty good invade from him. Now right here, I'm going to try and get my bot lane into this because enemy team did use summoner spells, and they're often going to look for a fight with their wave pushing, like you learned earlier. So we're going to step up, try and look for that while we have no camps to do. Our next camp spawned bot side too, so taking this gank is not that bad. They step up like that. That's usually your key to go in here. We're going to focus on this guy, actually. We're going to get that going. We're going to knock her back, and now we're living. We're going to ping him backwards. We don't want him to overtrade here and take too much damage, because if Master E comes, I would mess him up. We're not going to go for this dragon here. Dragon takes so long without any help or a better recall. So if Master E paths up and just gets the grubs while I do these camps, that happens. But if he doesn't, then we can look to play for it. This guy would like another gank. I don't think I'm rocking with that. That would be too much of an investment on my own side. But we are waiting for our crab/wolves. Oh man, run away. Hit. Ease away. Snap back, maybe. Now the idea here is the W, extended W, get to her, and then Thresh follow up. That's where we want to be. He probably looks to trade 1-for-1 there, so my plan is to... Nice. My plan is to kill her ASAP and then get that E rocking. Now Master E could probably be bot now, since he hasn't been bot for a long time and we have been twice. But nope, he's on the grubs. That's good. Oh, if that was a kill, that could have been sweet. We're going to do a little bit of checking on his jungle there. So he actually was bot for a time, did his bot side, and then cleared top again. So now we're going to start walking upwards. We're going to get our wolves to try and get level 6. I've been messing that up lately. Hit that W. That's good stuff right there. We're going to hit that W, clear this, get level 6, and then as we go into our top side, we are more poised to fight him if he's here. Obviously, if he was already invading the whole time, you know, that would be rough, which he has been. So he's on my Krugs right now. And he just smited and walked away with them. I'm going to go for him here. I'm going to ping my Yone to go. Once he enters this little spot, we're going to look to ult him. So he actually just briefed himself a little bit by using his W like that. Now he's ulted. Once they look to trade back onto me, I'm going to put him into the wall. We're going to look to stun Riven ASAP too. He got the ultimate, so I need to run just a little bit. And nice. And that's how you kind of punish people that, how you say, like, you know, I stayed bot for a long time now. He went to... Please live. Oh, good try. So he tried to invade me to hard punish me for staying bot for so long, and that's okay. Oh, we're going to go ahead and mute that. And you got to look for your chances to fight him there, right? Briar hits R, that's usually a pretty good circumstance, so never too mad to go ahead and grab that ultimate there. It's all about knowing what he's doing, right? It's like the relative timer of your topside being gone and how long has it been since he did his last thing and so on. If you can piece all that together, you can be in a pretty good spot. Now my Yone's whining again. I don't care. At all. I don't care for a second. We're going to ward here, just in case he wants to try and invade me. I want to get myself in a good spot here. We're going to get that, then we're going to walk. He used Q, so he's pretty cooked. Bleed. Nice. And again, if he ever uses Q, that's your time to fight. If he ever uses Q, you start fighting then. I'm going to ping him away for now. We're going to check this grab for sure. Crab is, you know, one of the things that you definitely need to be paying a lot of attention to because a free ward for a camp is really good. Now, I'm already behind the timer to get all my camps and get my recall for the grubs. So I probably will just take one and then go for it. So get this, just so I can have Titanic plus a Ruby Crystal. Then we're going to head here for Void Grubs and try and make it work in my top laner. If my top laner loses 1v1, it happens, no big deal. We would just take our camps. So you know that guy's typing, right? Rough. And it would tilt you to see it. So don't. Nice. Take it out, that's good. My top laner has died, and my mid laner does not have prio. So going for these outright right now would be bad. I'm going to go to punish Riven first, and then we're going to bring this home. To use Q. She used all 3 Qs, so she's just dead. Yeah. Gonna get this wave in for the prio there, and we're going to look here. Now the main thing I need to do here is buy time, because all I need is my Yone to walk, right? We're already up the player. So if Master Yi were to walk here, we would most likely just need to buy time. Now Fizz is a question, right? Do you just W right now and get hit by Fizzar? I'm going to opt to not and just use my Q for damage. Now, it looks like Fizz isn't here since my Zoe is now here, so I'm good to use my W. Nice, we're looking good. We got that neutral. All we got to do now is check his camps. Go for a big chunk here. Again, if you just threaten to punish her for going for this wave, that's usually enough to get them to fall back. So right, we've threatened it. Yone's probably going to look to R with me here. But for my W2, since you know she's going to have a burst of movement shortly after that. And that's what you get. You disrespect the dive, and you get dope. That simple. Ooh, if they dive, I'll respond with ultimate. I would like to clear, so I'm just going to send it right in the middle. Don't throw it on the turret, because that's a spot that they obviously can't be in. Go for a big AoE fear here. Oh, I need to get my E off to live. My E didn't buffer that whole time, so that sucks. That's the second time in this video that I've been holding E and it didn't buffer. I'm not going to blame the account. I think I'm going to blame just the time that I'm hitting it. Like, maybe I'm hitting my E and holding it too early into the CC. So maybe it doesn't E buffer unless you're holding it halfway into a CC. So maybe if I'm holding it at the front end of it, because obviously I knew that I'm going to get, you know, hit by the roses of, or the feathers of Xayah's ultimate. Maybe I held it too early there. Again, you really don't have to complain about, like, well, why didn't it do the thing? You just have to figure it out, you know? So we just smited these camps. Again, he's up 6 camps on me, maybe even 7. But I'm up 7 KP to 4, and he was actually 0-2-1 till right then, so. Farming is a solid strategy, but you gotta balance it. Now, I would like to invade his top side that he's resetting to, get into a bush, and they'd kill him. But my mid laner took another reset, so because I'm down that player, I'm going to just do my camps and then see if I can make something happen immediately after that. Now my top laner's taking a reset, and oftentimes non-junglers or laners don't understand, like, hey, your resets not being synced can mess up my map. Now obviously they don't really care about, like, hey, you know, if I recall here, I'm going to deny my jungler a invade. And he only got invaded because he tried to help my bot lane. But, the reality of the map. You just kind of have to come to terms with it. Now he is on top side. I'm gonna go for my blue buff to get level 10. Like, sure, he's on Bork, and he has Smite upgrade, but I'm up components, and we're the same level after this camp. So, sure, he's up camps, but goes to show that kills I've gotten have been useful. Main thing we would like to do in this team fight is just find someone. Like, find someone squishy. Try and not go through Taric if you don't need to. Now, hitting this is incredibly wrong. Never be the team to hit the dragon first. It's like one of the worst things you can do. They actually pulled 5, so I'm just leaving. That's how that goes. You pull 5, we give everything. If we only lose 1 player there, or even 2, that's really not that bad. A tier 2 turret is 700 gold. 2 kills is 600. So we're actually up so much, you know, 100 because of that. I just got his camp. He goes to my camp, so that would suck. To be honest, I'm a little bit of a crazy player, so I'll just hit one of these. And try and check your top side. I know his blue buff is down, but what about the wolves too? Not bad. So now he's right there, we know that. We don't need to fight him, we just need to zone him from walking to this. And then we can turn that 5-man, you know, pull from their side to a tier 2 top, a Rift Herald, and his red buff. So really, you always have trades, man. You just have to, you know, make them trade it. Don't just, you know, oh, we can't do anything now, they have 5. It's like, nah, man, they have a lot less of the map now. And he just died, so maybe I go a little Gromp Greed. Again, I'm down laners again, because they are taking another recall, but hope she doesn't just see the Titanic through the wall, because oftentimes with Riot stuff, you can see particles like that. I'm going to try and KS that if possible. Mostly just because it's, you know, he just got tier 2 gold, so he's really strong. That can start getting strong too. That can be really good. I think I'm going to go, instead of going longsword for more damage, I'm going to go boots, my armor for my boots, and then send it through. Again, he's on 2 items, I'm on 2 items. So, again, it's all about what you're doing, man. All about what you're doing. If he wants to farm all game, that's completely fine. And he's found some good plays. But it doesn't mean that there's nothing I can do. I'm just going to make it work on my side. They do have Taric Master Yi, one of the age-old broken combos, because Master Yi does tons of damage, and then him being invuln is crazy work. But we're making it work. If Zoe ever hits a bubble, we could think about using our ultimate on it. So like right here, you could ult this. You'd slide right in. I've just so been here before, you know. Some of us have just been here before. And what you might be seeing is that player that's like tilting and sometimes playing bad can oftentimes be a really good teammate if you don't feed into it. That negativity, I mean, it's something, you know, it not only, you know, just doubles on itself, man. It triples and quadruples on itself really fast. We need to run. They're all alive. I'm actually gonna just leave here. Oh man, we gotta run. Like, you can die to try and go 3 for 1 there, but O2 is just fine because the more people alive, the more stuff I can be doing. So we definitely have to give tier 1 here because, well, we have no one up. Atakan has spawned, so we go here. My red buff is up because Yone killed it. Sometimes getting your team to go to neutrals is very hard, so. I'm going to walk into the pit so I don't show on the crab for so long. Every little second does end up mattering. Times like this, we're going to chase him down. I'm going to use my Q here because all I have to do is actually buy time. And then he dies, that's good. Sure, I was a little early there. I expected him to mess it up, I'm not going to lie. But my team's looking like they're cooking this. That's good. Now that I have boots, I won't die that same death. Obviously, I just died to a ton of auto attacks, so that's good. My team's starting to cook a little bit. Again, this game, we were just down kills for a second there, so. Obviously not completely free, but try your best. You know? Never know what you got. Nice. Now I'm going to look for Sundered Sky, just try and burst heal up a little bit, because if you get stunned by 1 into 2 and then to 3, you're going to need to, heal back up, because they're going to burst you really hard. You can go Sterix to try and have a little bit of tenacity and also anti-burst in that way, but, you know, that's kind of like just being more defensive. Sundered Sky is more like a active defensive, if that makes sense. I actively have to be hitting to do something with it. I'm going to prioritize getting my level 13 here. Oh, my Jinx decided to... Oh, man. Decided to get a little overzealous on top side. So now they're probably going to start this. We need him to back up. He's going for the 1v3. That's what we don't want. I'm going to send it because they're clearly not taking back pings for an answer. Try and get a little bit of prio before it hits. Obviously, we're going to hit. Look for that. Send it in. We're kind of going crazy. Okay. Okay. I mean, you know, Yone and I kind of cooked that. No one's going to give me credit, right? Because he's playing the main character champion. That's okay. That tier 3 mid, you can actually get solo, and we can actually get Atakan too. You guys are done. Okay. You know. I mean, you're getting the same thing that we would get. Our wave is 2 minions, so we can't, you know, end the game on that. So yeah, he's something. Just end. Oh yeah, 2 minions, 2 turrets. Yep. Uh-huh. Again, man, some of you are this Zoe, where, like, you think that you have an end, so then you just start talking down to everyone because you think that what you knew was right. And it's okay to be, like, serious about what you think is right, but, you know, at the cost of now everyone dislikes you a little more, and that might make them mess up because they're not rocking with you. It's not where you want to be. Now, their whole team's running this way. That's where we don't want to be. I'm going to try and just ult this, kill him, and then look for a little, get out of here angle. He flashed, so maybe it's worth it for me to flash. He flashes out of that E, that's surprising. I'll take it, though. Nice. Stand on the traps, gets asleep, banging. Nice. Good job. Yeah, you see how, again, I don't play the negativity shit. We're going to sit here, and we're going to be nice to each other. Get out of the side lane, or the lane that has no inhib or turrets, brother. There's farm top you could be getting. Instead of just standing there trying to, you know, maybe you're trying to get a clip or something. Clips are very cool, but you know what else is cooler? Winning. Winning is very cool. We just got 2 bot lane turrets. My top side is not up anymore, and I can go get Sundered Sky. I can also get top lane Briar for a second here too. So set the map up for this Baron that we want to do. They could just choose to not fight. That could be good. Yone is looking for a flank angle. So I'm looking at him, right? I'm going to shoot this down. Try and catch that. Oh, I'm missing hard because they walked forward. Our top wave is set up for a push here in a second, though. We're going to try and get more prio on mid just in case they cook. Let's get that going. I can look over the wall. I can definitely look here if we want to. This is pretty fine, I think. Look for an angle. Just because they're low, I'm going to try and send it, see that I got the juice. But for my Titanic, when she comes down, because I saw she was about medium to 1/4 of health, I'm just going to try and kill her off the jump. And there you go. You successfully won this game. And there's a lot of really small decisions that you saw in this game. And it's not about if they were, like, perfect or not. It's the fact that you just trust in what you do and make the best out of the situation, right? You know, that double gank bot lane, knowing that you're going to lose your top side for it, yeah, that's a risk I decided to take. And sometimes it'll work out, sometimes it won't. But you just have to feel the game a little bit, you know? So GG. Nice. Pretty decent damage. With that third in the lobby. Most damage taken, obviously. You're playing Briar. We're up about 1,100 gold. Not bad. Nice. Yeah, if you were the type of person that banned Master E, it's completely fine. Again, he definitely punishes you if you're not, like, really, really, really on point at all times. So, here's what it is. Nice. There we go. Yeah, we're going on to game 4 this time. Now we have Reliable CC Please, Thresh a no-no sad face, and now he's threatening to pick Neela. Now, most of the time, low elo trolls aren't really bad about it, I'm going to be honest. So, he's just hovering that because it's like, hey, you tried to tell me how to play? You tried to tell me? You me? And it's like, yeah, it's cringe. It's okay. If it makes him feel better to do this troll stuff, we know you're not going to. And if you did, someone would probably just dodge, bro. Your ego must be in a weird spot to act like that. And as you can see, wow, he did it anyway. It's like, who cares, bro? Either way. Mid lane is Ari. That's always an awesome champ to gank for. You WQ, she follows up with the E, or she E's you WQ. Awesome 2v2. Now we're against Vladimir now. Unfortunately, his W kind of counters it. But if she gets his W, and then we punish it, or the opposite, I WQ, he W's that. I go to hit minions because I have nothing to frenzy to. Then she E's. Then you can actually get like a W2 on him, which isn't that bad. Top lane Galio is a really good counter pick into Rumble, on top of the fact you love Galio. As a Briar player, you love Galio. So anytime that you can just walk top lane, get a free kill, do it. We have Ashe and Thresh versus Vayne Lulu. So Vayne Lulu is basically the hyper carry Vayne comp. If they fall behind, it's a nothing, because Thresh will walk up and kill Lulu on cooldown. And the Graves matchup can be pretty tough. If you fall behind, he steamrolls the lobby, he starts clearing faster than you, he's active on ganks, he just shows up on a lane, threatens to do 1,000,000 damage, and now your team can't play, and he can just start invading you super hard. He goes fleet footwork, so he can kite you really well. One of the biggest things to do is, like, if you W towards him, and then he fleet procs and then E's, try and Q him, right? So then you can close that gap. You never want to WQ and then let him E unless it's for sure good, because you don't want him to buy too much time or space. My team just called for an invade, so we're going to see where it takes us. I've noticed that lower elos like invading a ton, so whatever, let's do it. I'm down. I'm going to try and ping them the correct way. You don't walk this way, because then they, as you come out of this bush, they see you the whole time. Where if you walk this way, now you're closer, you end up being seen here rather than there. So I'm going to try one more time to get them to do the right thing. If they don't, that's okay. As you can see, they didn't, so Ari's already been spotted. And now we decided to care about it, and now it doesn't work. And now, here's the thing. Thresh is probably mad at Ari for that, but Thresh, you were already in the wrong too. both of you were just acting like you knew what the right play was. Sometimes that's okay, but regardless, now we're down to flash. Try. Again, I never let negativity be the last thing typed. They scale insane, but we can win on it early. Even saying they scale insane, they scale well is probably better, right? You don't want to overhype how they scale. That's not too good. Now my Thresh is here just warding that. Oh, that's a crazy guy. He has E, so I don't really want to look for this. One of the biggest things about that ward is it doesn't do the job. That ward needs to see if I start Raptors or topside. So with that ward not seeing anything, we're free. Nice, good job. E-start Ari is killing it. And since we have that ward pinged, we can try and gank mid, since we know that he has nothing. So if I could gank mid when he's level 2, we would be set up. Now I see Galio and Rumble already fighting, so what I'm going to do is that's a top lane walk from me, where instead of going Raptors, Krugs, red, I'm going to actually go ahead and just start the red, right? Do my Krugs, and then gank top, reset, get my longsword, because 3 camps gets you longsword, and then reset to my bot side. Now Graves might look to invade your blue, so this top gang works, and Graves is like on point. I've already lost my blue buff, but I get a kill. So, kind of trade-off. So again, I'm just sending it. I practically know I have enough damage. Nice. Caught Rumble Lack in here. Go for an auto attack first. Not mad about that. You got the flash. Walk far enough that he can't just E you. Right? If you recall right there, he would actually just mess up your recall. If he tries to E me again, I would just flash Q. I don't even need a flash. Again, I am losing everything, so immediately get to this bush, take your recall ASAP. Now, Graves players often like to actually do red buff to your side anyway, so we could be in a bad spot regardless. He could have gotten multiple camps here. You just really have to figure out what he did. So if he did his red and then went to my blue, then that means that his top side's up. I could immediately path from this blue to his blue, try and fight him for it. You know, it all just depends. Depends on what's here. So he is not on point with the invade, so that leads me to think that he might have started bot side clearing up. Thus meaning that when he saw me, he was already walking to wolves and deemed it not important for him to go down and steal my camps. Which is completely fine. I don't even think that's the worst play because he's up on the full clear. He would be hitting this crab right now. This crab spawned 10 seconds ago. So that's where he's at. Now I'm already up the recall, so I can take a random skirmish here. So like right here, right? We're going to play for this. I'm just going to communicate a ton that I'm ready to fight. He has ward, so he's set up to do that. His fleet prop happened, so then I look to Q. And that's okay. And look, you know, my team missed everything there. So that, like, if you have a better team, you just cooked him, right? He just died for that. And he died for that while trying to punish you for going top lane. Ooh, okay, brother, good job. Nice. Now, even that, I mean, isn't, like, too great because it just puts him on death timer for the recall he was already doing. So it's like, you know, but I mean, it's better than nothing. Great job. Nice. Now, I don't need to recall right now because I know I can get fed off top lane. Just because, again, it's Galio. Galio already counters Rumble. One thing that you can know is Galio's good against AP users. So if you're AP, Galio's probably good into you. So I'm going to try and ping him off, tell him that I'm coming, and I'm going to skip my Krugs to go for it. Nice, he actually gets the solo bolo there. One thing I can do right now is I can actually hit my Krugs and start planning for the next objective. The next objective is Grubs, because obviously Dragon sucks to get on your first and second recall. Third and past, it's a little bit easier. Again, whenever he's pinging like that, I'm just going to type on my way. You don't actually have to be on your way. You just have to quell his anger. Look, on my way. Again. He flashed, they flashed. I think my boy's dead to the next Q, but good try, brother. And I don't even think, like, maybe I could have been there because he needs to not die. That's not my job to keep him from dying. If he doesn't have W, I can kill him. Briar, honey, you need to hit that. Nice. And that was just checking to see if his W's came up or not. That's really all we were doing. Now he has a pink word in that bush, so I'm not going to pink it. I already know it's there. We have Galio ult, so this fight will go good no matter what. I crashed that mid wave, and that forces Graves to be doing something while he waits. So he shows on vision. Now he can't play for this, so that's good. We see him on vision going down, which means that I can look to fight him at the dragon. So I'm going to save one of my smite charges. I see top is extremely gankable. Saw that he got too close. Bleed should kill him, yeah. I was about to say, man, Bleed, don't do me wrong. It proc, he was at 4 health, it procced him to 1. I'm going to shoot it inside the pit here. Since he sees Ari coming, he might have pivoted in. So now we know that he's there. I'm actually going to check his Gromp. I feel like my team can cook this. Alright, his Gromp is down and his buff. Their Lulu's there. They need to run, actually. If they don't find the Graves in the pit, then they just can't kill him like that. This is a bit of an overcook here. Good try. I'm coming. If I hit R, that could have been a lot better. I'm going to ward here just to see if Graves is willing to invade me. We can fight him on that. He's probably doing that crab. Not bad. I'm getting fed. Me and this Gallia, we're about to take over. Never have 2 smite charges for free. Galio is doing some work in the top side there. I need 550 for my item, so the biggest thing that I'm going to do right now is just confirm my item before I look for a play. That way if I die, I still have my item upgrade. Again, you just need to be present for a neutral right now. And there's no neutral for 2 minutes. You could think about, right now, after these Krugs, going for a recall, get Titanic, play topside, but because his topside just spawned, I'm going to see if I can get a little greedy, maybe find him there. Nice. Seems like they're swapping. I don't hate that. Galio's building MR, so he's building MR into both lanes, which is good. And he'll probably do better than Ari is. Once Ari gets that wave in, I can look to kill Rumbell. Graves is obviously on his way here if these camps are up. They've been up for a while, so that means that he's probably heading towards them. So I'm going to take 1, look for the dive, and then I'll look for more. Sweep in, of course. Nice. Standard stuff here. Not going to risk Ari missing that charm. I'm just going to play for it. Now, this invade is okay at best. But generally speaking, he has no top laner, so you can just do this. If Vlad were to be walking, like, not against Galio, Galio went bot or something, then that would be reason to not go for this. But it looks like Galio's doing okay, just ignoring him. Main thing I need to do is be present for the grubs. So I'm going to take my recall now. With 38 seconds, that gives you basically enough time to get your recall and walk all the way there. Could have grabbed a pink award with my last 75 gold, but I already have one down right here, so no big deal. That pink word is acting as my ult target in case Graves wants to step up. Now, he did R and Ignite to kill Ari at turret, but he lost the wave. The wave also bounces back to us, and that kill isn't really worth that much, maximum gold. So, not that bad. Now it looks like Graves is coming for this with Rumbell. This should still be pinked. They got that crab. Now they're playing with 3 people here. I want to try and steal this if they go for 1. Oh wow, I mistimed the smite. His Q actually got it. Over my smite and his smite, so we both suck. I'm gonna buffer R into this just to make sure we get a kill. Got his flash for that. He might have killed him in that situation. Not too mad about it though. Nice. Good. I played that pretty bad, not gonna lie. I should have won the smite fight, so losing that keeps me from having 6 grubs. So I take a punishment every time that we hit a turret and I don't see 2 grub void mites spawning. That sucks, my bad. To be honest, I tried to time my smite with the auto and I was about 15 damage off. Happens, we won't get them all. But that's okay, we got the fight win. A delayed fast combo, if you will. So a medium speed combo. Where you just look to ult him again. Whenever you're ahead, you can look to ult someone for the free. Ain't nothing to it. Looks like they're just gonna hard force a fight. I'm happy to try. I assume nothing good will happen of this, or will come of this. Titanic actually kills minions pretty well in this situation, so it'll help your team hit champions if it wasn't already hard enough to hit them. Oh, Ash ult! I'm gonna start stepping up to find Graves looking for an angle into this fight, so I'm gonna get into this bush. Maybe someone will walk up. Don't like that outside of the poke. Don't have a lot going for us here, other than someone face checking and dying. This position's really strong for Briar because you cut off both sides of them trying to get a flank, and with that in mind, you are able to keep people from joining the fight, outnumbering you randomly. Come on now, you gotta get a little... Fair. 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 He has W for her, though. Oh, good. I didn't have it, it's okay. I mean, I got a little crazy there, you know what I'm saying? You gotta do what you gotta do. They had 2 auto attackers, true damage, fat damage. Not a lot of CC though, so like technically you could drop the ruby crystal here for the plated steel caps, but I'm gonna go more money towards my items. I think since this isn't that good of a boot game, I can delay them a little bit and not feel too bad about it. He has a locket now, so that situation will be better for us in the same constraint. Because he killed me, he goes to Dragon. That's okay, as long as he doesn't get my bot side, which I'm here to do. So he's up Dragons, we're up Grubs. Next Dragon will be the team fight, so I'm going to try and just get my team ahead before that. That way this Dragon fight will be easier. Someone like Galio going to 2 items and me going 2 items will be really important, because we are the bread and butter of this team. Our Auri is like trying. She needs to just accept that we're not killing Vlad. You know, you're down 2 levels, brother. I would say just stop. Like, just stop. You don't have to, like, claw your way back into the game when the game isn't, like, you know, that far away. Whatever the analogy is, man. This game's still won for us, so you don't have to force us to win through your means, brother. We're already winning. Check what Galio's cooking. I don't feel the need to immediately run to save him. I think he's doing just fine. I would like to play for that crab, though, so that I could hurry up and get my rear over there. Be good. Again, we really don't need to win down there. Go towards Galio and I and have a good game. Nice, we got that. He can probably kite us with Fleet here. But I'm going to look to Q the moment that he does his E. And then if I can send it in, I can send it in. If not, it's not. My boy actually missed. He is R. We are cooked. Oh, is that really on me, bro? Oh, I'm so sorry, man. Hey, my bad, bro. Hop about the bed. Do they know to dodge that? I don't know. Looking like I'm living this one. Now, they might be trying to dive me here, so I'm actually not going to show. I'm just going to gank them. Get that cannon for me, please. Try and juke his E. Titanic W2. And you know what we do, man. Come on now. Weren't you just flaming me, brother? Now you're on my side. What happened? I thought I was the griefer, man. My bad, bro. Standard 1v2 right there, right? You know that Vlad used everything to get to you in the first place, right? You know he used W and Flash. So if you get on top of him, he's ready to lose that fight. Luckily, just running away baited all of that. And then Rumble, hit ult, win. He's 1-6. You were 9-1 at that point in time, so can't really mess it up too hard. And why not? I got time. Actually got time for 2. Yeah. Take your recall, get your items, live the dream. Whatever they do is what they do. I'm gonna go here, here, and here. We did win feats, so obviously grabbing boots, I mean, you know, it's worth more than what it would have been, so that's good. 5-5 for Dragon, and we win. Tell him exactly what to do. Graves is okay. He's on 2 items here. We're on 2 items, some components, and boots. So boots itself is 900. Double ruby, crystal, and pink word is about 1800 total. And then whatever the difference of our items are. So I don't know. We're up about like a solid 2,000 gold at 17 minutes. That is huge. And that lead will keep exponentially growing upon itself. I'm going to shoot it into this opening here. Obviously, probably should have just stayed. Shooting it into the opening gives you the best chance to catch him lacking there, or at least hit. I'm going to get polymorph, so I'm going to buffer my E into that. Get that mid prio rockin'. Now, Dragon is bot and Otacon is top. So, look to make a huge rotation coming up. See Graves right here. I think that's easy pickings. Nice. I can actually drop Rift for my boys, but I wanted to hit with next wave too. So drop it a little bit further up so it doesn't immediately crash in by itself. Drop it so it kills the wave with your team and then crashes. That way, hopefully, another minion can slide under the turret, your Rift takes less damage, and maybe you can get 2 out of it. Thank you for the W Thresh. I won't be using it, though. I'm all about the objectives. Objectives win games. And when I have ultimate, maybe we can look, but until that day, don't. Fortunately, they left Vlad with the Rift, so he's probably going to kill that before it gets second crash. We definitely should have played for second crash, but red buff is pretty strong for me, too. He needs to fall. We need to get out of here. Otacon just spawned, but this is a time not to lose your mind about objectives, right? You have to do this with your team. You obviously see your mid and support are recalling right now, and maybe even your top lane might want to recall too. So try and clear up there, right? It's much better to clear your way up there because then you get a full rotation of your camps and get them respawning for your next play, whatever it may be, rather than just running there and waiting, right? You got to prioritize yourself at times. And that's what's going to keep me strong in this game is the fact that I clear faster than Graves. So if he tried to bot to top full clear versus me right now, he would do it slower. I would get there first, and he might have to skip one and do something else, and so on. This hits on Lulu, most important target. Use Q and Titanic, save W for the next. Smite, just because you have 2 charges. No big deal. He probably dies to bleed, I'm not too worried about that. I can go ahead and use W again. W2 to kill. They're going side lane, so start pinging those before it's a problem, right? So like right here, Ashe should go to mid, and then Thresh should be on us, but didn't happen. Now this is the Voracious Otacon, not the Ruinous, sorry. So Voracious is the respawn one, so whenever it does this, 5 seconds later, you're going to W right back in, get it popping. That thing will actually like full kill you, so you need to be quite careful about it. We can probably burst through it if it happens again. No big deal, nothing to hit, make it work. Now it could be smart to immediately get back on the map here with your team. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab my red buff for this one. My boy gets to respawn, that's good. And now I have enough for my item and a pink ward. So now when I'm on the map, I am completely as strong as possible. Now I would say we're about 3,000 gold above Graves right now. And we have Otacon buff and a lot of good things going our way, boots and everything. We do need magic resist. Now Spirit Visage works really well with Sundered Sky Healing and Steric, so it's always a really good 4th item. If you ever need magic resist, go ahead and lock that in. Now when you hit that scryer, they obviously know that you're here, right? So you have to be careful about your angle, because if you look for an angle too direct out of that circumstance, you'll obviously look to be trolling. Okay, Ashe found another one. Oh, I W'd a bit too early there. That tier 2 is still up, so we can't really look there. We can look to find him walking around, though. Look at him, we actually found him. These guys weren't looking, I'm going to immediately go for a buffer E. I'm going to flash away from Vlad's damage here, because he just used W, so we could actually look here. Again, when Vlad uses W, you have to be the one to force him, I would say in these games you have to force him to use it and then also punish him, and that's one thing that Black Cleaver is good about, getting you that extra ability haste to make that play possible. Because if you don't have any CDR to punish with your second cooldowns, well, that's going to look a little rough. Go ahead and hit a Q auto there. Don't want to do too much. W2 with Sundered Sky looks pretty good there. He used W, so he's kind of cooked on that note. I'm going to drop the top on this one, auto Titanic. And then I can look to WQ at any time, but I don't really need to. We'd rather play for the dragon. Not giving them a win con is really important. And their win con right now is like, a win con is like a big shift in their direction, right? Like, one, they scale. We've already invalidated that by getting me this fed. Now we need to stop them from just having anything objective good, which would be them getting a Baron or Soul. So if we can stop the Soul here, we're really living the dream. Because once you go for, that means they'd have to go another 10 minutes in this game against us if we get this dragon, and they won't last that long versus your Briar. Yep. That's just simply not allowed. Buffer R into that opening, this hallway, if you will. They can't really stop you. W2, Sundered Sky, Q. And you really just have to, like, understand how strong you are. Like, right, I was super strong in that moment. So if I hit anyone with R, they're dead. So I just hop over the wall, do as much damage as I can, use my R shortly after, because if you use R, and if you W and then use your R, you'll lose the bite, so you can't bite afterwards. So get that bite before you cast, and you're good. They do have strong late game. Good mental rumble. Dude, this rumble's on his head. Always look to recall with your team, but your boy. Most greedy player on the server. Buffs are super super impactful in a game. Especially after Baron spawns, because your whole team gets it, man. Your whole team. Now we're good on that note. And I can actually just get back on the map. I would like to do my camps, but it's better to go deny their camps and just go hit enemies. Try and end this game faster. I would say I'm probably up about 4,000 gold on Graves now. So the idea is that if we're ever in 2v2 or 3v3, 1v1 together, I should always win. So I use that, and I keep track of that in my head, so I don't have to think about if I'd win, right? If I decide now that we would win, then I don't have to worry about it later. There's no turret here, so I can go ahead and punish this guy for that. Walk sideways to see if he wants to get a little big. Try me. Our minions are coming, so I'm going to tag some damage here. Use all my spells just to heal up a little bit, and then just keep tagging this. I don't have to get the inhib ASAP in this exact moment, right? I can take my time. Fight the inhib. Since there was an enemy minion, you just right-click W1, W2 really fast. You'll bypass the frenzy choosing its target. Let Baron minions do the work. You see these cannons? These cannons will get that turret itself, so you don't have to really do it. Make sure there's nothing stopping your minions from walking up. That'll keep you from... Well, he just W'd. Okay. Just going to use Q on that one, because I don't want to go too far into their damage. We're still waiting for Galio to make his way downtown. Again, let the cannons do the work, guys. You don't have to hit these turrets. You just have to keep them empowered. I'm just standing here on him. That guy should be dead with a cannon minion hitting the turret. Someone gonna flash me into the base? You eat forward. Lol. Nice. Little 20 bomb too. GG. Not bad. Huge. He played well. Yeah, Galio's awesome, isn't he? You see how you just get so free fed when he's on your team? It's awesome. Nice. Promo's almost done. We might go gold here. Good damage taking the Briar way. No, we do, man. Nice. Alright, we're into, what is it, the 5th game? Basically what you got is you have a top lane Vayne, so that counters melees, but if it falls behind, it's essentially nothing on your team. It's pretty sad. Azir versus Katarina can be easy if the Azir plays it well. Now the problem is Katarina is an easier champion to play than Azir, especially when it comes to counterplaying. So essentially, if Katarina gets going, it's going to be impossible for him to play. And then you have Lux Ezreal, a poke lane versus another poke lane. Okay, now we're into the 5th game, and what you're seeing here is that we have Jinx. Again, you got to play around the traps within that game too, or at least be fed enough to. We're against Teemo, who, when he pops out and he Qs you, you should be active about deciding, can I go forward to kill him or not? While you're Q'd, you can always look to QE him during the blind, and then look to W afterwards. Victor, right, so if you WQ Victor and he drops his W on himself and runs away, you just run with him and get out of it. He stays on top of it, you just look to buffer your R, or at least your W2 damage, and then E. And if you have R and he, isn't too close to turret, you can just look to buffer R into it. W auto Q, auto W2, buffer your R, look good. We have Jin Fiddlesticks, which can be a pretty neat pit comp with point and click Fiddle Fear into Jin W your Q. That could be really good. But problem that can come with that is they don't really have a way back into the game if they're not winning. Aurora is a good bursty, kind of like on cooldown bursty mage, and her R is pretty good against their immobile champs. My top laner has Ghost Smite. There you go. He's a ranged top player. So the way that ranged top works is they always start off ahead. Now, do they get ganked once and fall off completely? Yes. But if they're, able to poke enough to where that gank either isn't good and then they don't take it, or they're able to at least go 1-for-1, get the wave bounce, that could be good. Kayn, right, if he's in the wall, you should just look to Q him. Early game, you just look to fight him because he cannot fight you. And Mordekaiser, if you're strong enough, send it on him, get ulted, win the fight. or let him ult someone else, kill his whole team, and then fight him 4v1 because I already killed the rest of his stack. So that's the plan here. We're looking good. And yeah, that's about it. It is Jinx Teemo bot lane, so they have a lot of good poke. It's basically like we have the better lane. But again, if they get ahead, they start cranking. They really do. Teemo Blind isn't really that good against them, except for if he does it before Jhin 4-shot, in which Jhin doesn't have to shoot, but maybe he, play perfect, I don't know. Conqueror on Kayn usually means that he's going red Kayn, and then like First Strike or Dark Harvest, Electrocute, those are usually the things that blue Kayn goes, so you can assume that you're playing against that type of knockup, where if he W's you, you try and sideways W, get out of it. If he R's you, you try and buffer E onto the damage, and if he's in the wall, you Q him. So we know what we want to do, and yeah, he is a full clear champion. He full clears roughly around the same time you do, so it is oftentimes good to be ready to fight off the jump, because he will do it. The moment that the full clear is done, everyone's going to be fighting. It's not too bad. Early game shenanigans, the only thing that you really have to look out for is Kayn players will oftentimes try and start your Raptors, since he clears them really fast with this Q on like a 6-second cooldown, and it does really good job at clearing the camp. So I like to ward here early, grab my sweeper ASAP, and then if he comes for the Raptors, we would see him, and I'd be in this bush and I'd fight him. And then I would destroy him, which is good, but also I would start my side. He would have to walk all the way back to his, he would be behind the whole time. So, this is a little strategy you can do against Bel'Veth and Kayn. People that like to start your Raptors, is you just ward that ASAP before they can get there, and then make an informed decision on what to do next. Other than that, we're just going to hope that Varus does well by himself. We'll get a few opportunities to gank top. Will they be good? I don't know. We will see. Bot lane is the place to go almost always. Again, more gold down there and easier kills. No big deal at all. A lot of time I've been 3-camping to top because top laners have been skirmishing a lot, but Mordekaiser shouldn't want to fight Varus. The only way that he would kill Varus is if he's already going to demolish him, like something like that, where like Varus steps up, takes too much damage, and then he gets EQ'd level 2, and then the lane's over. In which then we would just try and carry against the Mord, see who can get more fed. Looks like they're doing it. Now Varus waited to get into his wave before he did this, so that's actually correct. Will he live? I hope so. I'm going to agree to another auto here before I W. Now Mord's going to hard push that wave in and then get the bounce. Varus is going to miss a little bit of experience, but he didn't die, so that's actually really smart. You have the new home guards on a recall, so that helps Varus actually circumvent this a little bit. He was able to get a little bit closer. I don't know if he gets anything from there, but better than dying, so good job. Nice. Anytime a champion has fleet footwork in lane, you can basically assume no matter how low they are, they will be going to full health very soon. It's pretty broken, I'm not gonna lie. They're like, but you lose damage. Yeah, but you get movement speed and healing. Like, I don't know, you can do more damage because you're still in the fight because you didn't have to recall, you know? So again, pretty standard clear again. Clear guide, man. It is the best thing I ever did was learn my full clear as perfect as possible, let me tell you. Helped me out a ton. Now we don't know where Kayn started, we haven't seen him yet. But we do assume that he's pathing bot lane here and looking to fight us. So we are here. The odds of them playing for this are low. You don't want to look for a gank here because they're setting up vision right now, and then you'd walk into 3 of them, and your team would have to let you die because they need the minions to get experience to continue to play the game. So look for this, and we're good. If Kayn gave up that crab for free, we'll assume that he's on top side here. Just gonna hit that downwards just so their bot lane isn't alerted. Like, they could technically see that I did that, but because it wasn't directly on them, oftentimes people don't care that much. We're gonna hover his Raptors just to get the timer. Fortunately, my boy did die with flash, is what it is. 28 farm means that he did full clear. Oh, honey, no. That is not smart at all. I'm actually not going to hit the scryer because I already know he's there, right? We haven't seen him walk away. So we need a blade to smite it away from him. That would be good. And then kill him for it. And we have Varus coming, so this fight is free. He gets into the wall. Nice. We can actually look to chase that. He hops the wall. Well, guess who also does that? Did you just flash, bro? Oh, good. I've seen it all. If this guy looks to fight me, I will try and bait him to fight me because this wave is pushing to us. And when the wave pushes to us, we can punish him for it, if, you know, on a freeze or something like that. But generally speaking, you want to get back to farming ASAP because Kane just died. He's going to be farming the exact same amount. We're going to get these two camps on top side and then reset, spend our money to bot side. Because there is the desync of your wolves spawning, you have a little bit of extra time from when everything else spawns. And your wolves are never that vulnerable to invades because of how deep into the map they are. A lot of people won't risk going that far for them. So we're good. Grab our level 5. Get that 1600 gold recall we always love to see. And another day, another dollar, man. Grab the good recall and keep it pushing. Our bot lane, again, we'd like to help them out, but again, it's Fiddlesticks. Fiddlesticks is level 6. It's an awesome champ, so not too mad about this. Our top laner is going to be losing non-stop. If he could not feed, that would be a blessing. But I'm not going to lie, the situation he's in looks like he will feed, unfortunately. Mord is such a good champ in this situation. Not much he can even do. Looks like with the way Victor's walking to kind of defend Dragon, that King could technically be there. It'd be a bad one. I don't think he'll make this mistake, but yep, he did. Try not to take too much damage. Nice. Huge. Now take this reset really fast, and the idea is that he's probably going to go to Grubs this time. You can assume that Mordekaiser just killed him. Hopefully he used R, but we don't know for a fact. One thing I would like to do is actually just ask, did Mord R? Because if he did, then that means that me going topside's pretty good. Kane's also pathing here, he just lost the dragon. And he did all that dragon, so I'm up a ton. Right, because I was doing my camps that whole time and got the neutral, so I'm really far ahead. Let's try this. Oh, there's sports here. If our fit isn't here, we really can't play for this. So this is one of the times you just got to give it up. Now they're going to look to kill Jinx with that timer. That's okay. You could technically look, but with an R now, if you wanted. But reality is that probably just doing this is fine. Now her going 1-for-1, they're definitely happy about that. Can't change it. So just stay doing something. I know that Timo and Kane are around there. Yo, dude, what's going on, brother? Look at him, he's being nice. Love to see it. You could look to ult, I don't really feel the need to. Look for a pink ward in here, and then I'm actually going to see if I can slide into their jungle real quick. Find Kane in this bush, because he's going grubs downwards. If we post up in this bush and we have enough damage, we can actually just kill him. Now, our mid laner recalled, and their mid laner TP'd back, so you know that you're looking for this play in a 2v1, so you need to make sure if you're going to kill Kane, you got to kill him for sure. Going for the camp could also be good. Like, you can do something like this, where you're doing the camp while looking. Something like this doesn't really hurt. Again, their mid laner is coming first. I like to walk into a bush before I start eating, just because an extra second that people don't know exactly what you're doing actually can matter, and it did there. We're like, yeah, he assumes I'm Eing there, but he lost vision, so he can't R, right? And he just doesn't know what I'm doing, you know? Every second adds up. But I think going for the Krugs is a bit greedy, so I'm not going to look for them here. Actually, probably going to look to fight on this guy. Now, I like this play. Basically, what you do is you W, and your W hits the minions. Or him, right? Like, so if you W here and you are able to aggro to the mages, then you're in a great spot. Because, you know, obviously you're going to run to the victor, and then you can play it out like regular. I'm going to take my recall here, and I'm actually going to run back down bot since I have camps here, and to hover that gank. Again, I like to use my ultimate in times to just counter his ganks. That's the most important thing to me. And what this does is it sets me up to start Dragon, which is the neutral objective that spawns first, and hopefully clear it, and then ult to the other one. That's what I would like to do here, so... Yeah, that was huge, by the way. If your laner that's losing ever gets a kill, bro, you gotta congratulate him. That is like the biggest help forward. It's the biggest push forward ever. So again, being nice will always be rewarded. I'm down to pressure here because I feel like I can slide to this tri-bush and find him. Where's this guy going? Is he walking up here? Yes, he is. So again, he blinds. I'm not going to cancel this one to try and E him because he's just so squishy. He's level 5, right? It's no big deal. Now, in a situation where, you know, my W is already about to fall off a little bit, I would simply just QE him there, you know? But I had enough duration of my W to wait out the Q. So there's no reason to worry too much about it. This is a vision clip, so Victor can get right here before I slide through. So again, same thing. We're just looking to W over. And if we can aggro to the range, that would also take us to him. Again, that's what we call extended W range. Because it extends your W, because if you're running to the minions and then you get into the circle for a champion, then you technically didn't have to W with the champion in your circle, you just had to W with something to aggro to. Now if Mord was here, I would just choose life rather than death, and that'll be it. Dragon takes a lot more to, you know, clear. So the odds of him just slamming... the odds of him slamming Dragon right now would be most likely be punished by me just hitting the R key. So I ping my mid laner to go top since my top laner died, and then I can cover mid, and then yeah, it's just a way to not lose too much around the map, right? Because if I don't let this wave crash mid, then like nothing was dropped, right? And that's a good thing. While also, he didn't grab extra plates topside, so... Oh, this guy. Unfortunate. Nice. Again, right there, I was simply just letting the play come to you. That's my ward, but, you know, who knows if it's going to get something until it does. Oh, he was in the wall. We never noticed. Good steal, brother. I'm going to take him away from the wall. My B. I'm okay with saying my B, bro. I didn't get this way. It's okay. See, he said it's all good. Oh, that Jinxar changes this a little bit. Well, I'm just dead. Jinxar hurts, man. 561. Bro, he shot an ultimate from here to there. 561. And plus, we did get his Ignite, so no big deal. I was looking to get the Krugs there and then look to dive bot with my Fiddlesticks R. But their port resist randomly in a bush, so he got me back. On the plus side, Teemo got the shutdown. That's awesome. I'm going to grab Mercs this game. Mercs are decent. I would say there's argument for Tabbies, but Mercs are good against Tier, W, E, Q, and then just, you know, the last tick of Rylai's. Mostly it's just the fact that tabbies aren't that great. They are mostly just countering Jinx, because Kayn, he does auto attack, but he's more so a spellcaster with spamming Qs and Ws and R. So what that means is, you know, we would get more value out of Mercs here, because both values are kind of low. Teemo is topside. You can actually see this Teemo's sightstone. More, do you know that Teemo's standing here? Now again, he's just trying to poke and annoy me, but it's like I'm doing this clear without being annoyed, you know? It's like, just get the camp and keep it moving, you know? If he gets that pink word, that's okay, I'll get another one. No big deal. Not like he's stealing my camp, so when he starts stealing my camps, my money, then we gotta talk. Aurora is actually solo killing Ward in the matchup, by the way, which is awesome. Now we have an answer. He's getting spam ganked, though, because Teemo refuses to lane. Smart strategy if you're going to play support, knowing when to roam. Can be the diff. We die. Because Teemo wants to do that, though, he will get. I will force him to get type 2. Next wave. Just gonna grab all this stuff on my way in here. So now they're probably pinging, hey, you know, Jinx is probably spamming her team. Hey, I'm getting ganked here. Send that far away, make this work. We're doing pretty good here. The wave is dying to the turret. Someone's TPing, it looks like Victor. I don't have E to kill this guy just yet. I think we can actually play this. Huge. I'm a big fan of never giving up on the play until everyone's out. I'm all or nothing. I'm everyone dies or no one dies kind of guy. And oftentimes I do get punished for that, and sometimes I don't. But as you get better at finding the line of we all would die and we all wouldn't die, you know, you can end up making it work. I want to punish this guy for that. Again, I always just ask, did he R? You know, I mean, it's, actually that's simple. No, he didn't R. Ooh. It's scary. One thing I can do right now is kind of take away one of his routes. Flash Q, good job. I might be able to win this. This one's a little bit less free. I'm gonna die for it. Oh, just kidding. Teemo Sports on the roam, man. Dude, this guy's catching our team lacking on these roams. Now, I'm not gonna lie, they're not that good for him, but what you need to do from this moment on is make sure to think about it like more, right? These roams aren't that good. He's getting kills. His bot laner's dying, losing flash, getting the turret, right? So we're obviously net up a little bit on that. The biggest thing to do is just going forward, make sure that they don't get too much more from them by just playing around, you know, your support, right? So when we go topside, we're playing around their support. So we need to counteract that by being near ours. Now you could say like, well, my support needs to walk more. Get over it. You know, he hasn't. Get over it. So it is what it is. And as you can see, when my support's on the same screen, brother, it ain't even close. I'm gonna Q hop here, hop over the wall. I'm gonna pink ward this, just in case I see them on this Jin trap, I can just hop the wall and bang out. That's all I'm really looking for right now. If I see anyone, I would just jump right on over and find them. Otacon is bot side, so I'm going to run top here and then clear downwards to it. I do now see that his blue buff is spawning, but their whole team is up, so I'm going to be pretty weird about looking for this one. So I'm actually already going to ping us off with this one. Just because we hit that Teemo shroom, they know we're here. You guys all need to run. We all need to run. Everyone needs to run. Their whole team is beelining to this. Fortunately, if one guy dies and everyone else lives, it's worth it. That's how you kind of command your team, right? Is like, you know, the game makes a lot of sense when you see it this way, right? It's like, hey, they're up, so we run, you know? And that's all I'm really trying to do. I just count numbers, man. I see more people on their side, so let's pick a different spot. And that's as simple as it is. So now I'm going to look to go to Otacon here. My team seems like they're trying to answer top lane. Like, we could just trade Otacon for this, but because they won't do that, I'm going to hit bot wave. And then maybe I ult up, depending. See if I can get a tier 2 or something. This play looks like it's going pretty well for us, so not too worried about it. We actually caught a straggler. If he does traps, again, immediately Q him. That way you can be hitting him during the root of that. It's a good little buffer for the matchup. You can only do that when you're close enough to Q. If you, obviously, W into them, you will not be able to get that done. Your Q is a auto tech reset, and so is your Titanic. W1, W2, try and bite the turret, kill the wave so that your minions also focus the turret. That damage does add up a ton, by the way. 1, 2. Nice, 141, so I definitely get this. Hanging, Dunzo. As you can see, right, you know, small choices like that to decide to go bot lane here just changed everything, right? We just got more of the map opened up. I just got 700 gold flat. Your boy's happy about that. And we found their support, which gives us Otacon. Where's your blind now, brother? Look at that. We got him back. Now, Kayn can do this thing where he stands in this wall and can smite at any time. So me being the one tanking this, I'm actually going to pull this upwards just a little bit. Kind of force his hand a little bit better. I see a good engage angle on an important character, so let's send that. When he Qs, I'm going to flash. And then I'm going to look to just kill him like this. This is the Ruinous Otacon, so yeah, he gets the proc of it because I'm in the Death Realm. That's okay. Getting the flowers is most importante. Very important. Jinx actually takes a little split push angle there, and that's pretty smart. Who's to say, you know, maybe they could have gotten more. She was bot side, but regardless, getting something is the point. So Kayn's still dead, and again, while he's dead, we are farming. I'm on 3,500 gold, so your boy's about to get a little crazy here. That is okay. I don't need to kill her. All I need to do is get this grab. Now I'm wasting their time while I'm running to my next camp. Look at that. Again, I'm going to continue to ping them off until they listen. That's how I play. I actually like grabbing Sterix here, going a little bit of double tenacity. And the shield is pretty huge in this game. And then I'm going to pivot to Sundered Sky and then maybe Spirit Visage and going no Guardian Angel this game. The shield's just awesome against them, not going to lie. You know, once Victor uses everything, right? He drops Q, E, R onto me. That's going to put me at like 60% health, maybe a little more. Okay, so then they might see, okay, Briar's getting low. Let's try and funnel a little bit more damage to kill her. And then my Sterix is going to proc, and they're going to realize that everything was futile the whole time. Oh yeah, right there. That's our ball right there. Yeah, I don't think he has R. Oh, he does. Okay. I don't care. Look at this guy. Good Q. Take my W2, of course. Bang. Bam, 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 bam. Now, Baron would be the play if we could find one more pick in their jungle, but it's tough sometimes to get teams to want to Baron. Just off one kill, despite, like, challenger players understand that you have an angle there, right? But, you know, the lower rank they go, the less they realize their angles. Just in case he recalls. Oh, no, sir. Briar's at OP, brother. So, like, right here, that guy being dead, we could start Baron right here, have Fiddle come here and just ult it. But it's tough to get people to realize that angle. So, usually, lower rank players think 2 kills or more is Baron, which I'm fine with that. That's just my understanding of the few games I've played. I've come to that realization. So, yeah, I mean, you know, adapt to my crowd here. Again, while we're just waiting for our boy to spawn, I'm going to go ahead and keep doing my camps in the meantime. I'm going to do a lot of the sweeping myself here. Again, I don't really trust teams to understand sweeping. So like something like this, right? I just swept all of Teemo's little setup. Right? So that's pretty good. I'm actually still sweeping it. He just blinded, so you're gone, brother. Again, team of players only get very far against people that don't know to punish him. The moment his Q's down, it's another cannon minion, bro. Slide through. Do your thing. To try and figure out, what did we just TP to? What's going on with that? What was that TP? Wait till Aurora gets turret aggro before I use my spells. Just a simple little way to, you know, make sure that you don't die under this turret is if you let someone else get the turret aggro, of course. And then when they pivot out, that's when your time to, you know, try and save your own life. But if I started that, I would have definitely been in a rough spot. I would probably had to run down, and then running down would have put me... You'll never learn, brother. Running down would have put me into Kane, and that would suck. Yeah, that interaction does suck, bro. I'm sorry. Sorry, Kane, bro. Again, it's only if the E hits and he's in the wall, it'll put him at the place that hit him. So it's a pretty easy way to always get a stun on him. Is if you, like, if you start charging E, he tries to dodge it with his E. Okay, cool. You're in that wall. And at worst, if he misses, I would just Q him.
When people talk about their first language, why isn't body an option?
Now, it's better to pink outside the pit and then sweep inside the pit, because if there's no wards hidden, then we'd see any ward that they just got, right? So, it's a small little vision trick I can give you. So now I'm just going to start this, because, like, if you start it, you're basically telling your team, hey, we're doing this now. Now, only when you make a good decision about when to start it is this a good thing, right? If you start at a bad time, you're forcing your team into a terrible play. But because I have an inclination that this will be a good play, since Kane was super late, I think we're doing just fine. So again, we're going to send this through. We're going to look for a fat R here. Set up my fiddlesticks. He brings the fear into some. That's good for me. We just keep this going. We don't need to do anything. Save your cooldowns if you need to. And use QW if you don't. Or if you need to, rather. Now we could get a little crazy here. That's the no W combo. What do you know about that? Now I can play for the soul myself here in a second. What's going on with that? So I will be taking his camps till then. Let my team do the pushing. My support's doing the crab. Hit that top wave for us, brother. And again, you'll notice the biggest thing I don't do is I don't overextend for an end. I'm very calm in this situation because I just, you know, I realize that me just simply counting players is a lot of how, you know, how to win in this rank, rather in League in general. You know, if you just count players, that's pretty much it. I don't think that was your best. Let's go Spirit here. Nah, I don't need to grab an Elixir. I think I'll do just fine. Oh, this is Dragon Soul. Again, the longer this takes, the more time Varus gets to get close here. So with Kayn not showing that this matters to him, I'm going to make my way to that dragon. Now he's realized it, so again, I don't want to start it. I don't need to, like, steal it or I don't need to sneak it. I can play to steal it, but the biggest thing is to have people up. So let them start it, let them do the damage, and play for the 50-50 is a better situation when you're behind. You can sweep in and get a free kill here. 1, 2, use Q late. That's one down. Ping that ward if need be. That was a blue one. So we're fine. I can just stand here and wait. Again, I'm just waiting for Varus, right? Now we're pulling 5v4 here, so we're good. Aurora's looking to TP. I'm just going to get the vision off to force their hand, because if they don't know what's going on, they have to step up. Of course. We have Fid looking for an R here. Aurora's coming in. We've successfully waited for Varus. Now we can look for any engage, because it's 5v4. Can't mess it up, right? Sideways W his. Let him walk into you. Save your W2. We're going to look for an E onto this. I'm going to Q him, go for Sundered Sky proc, and we're there. You guys hit the dragon. I'm going to go ahead and end the game for us, alright? You guys are silly. I should go to extend the game for content. That's what I should do. Oh, sir. To be honest, Victor's gonna spawn in time to hurt us, it seems. Again, we're just tanking his stuff. My team just needs to step up, hit these turrets, and we're good. Why is she hitting me so often? And now we just need to hit these things. Once he blinds, I'm gonna go and try and live! Live! Bring it home for the Nexus. GG. Nice. Pretty chill, pretty chill. Middle? Bro? Bam, bam, bam. Oh, gold off the jump. For everyone that says they can't get gold 100% win rate, now you know. Now you know. 5-0, right? You've seen every game. Most damage taking the Briar way. You know what we do. Wow, look at us go. Who knew? Who knew? Guys, at this point, like, let's talk about it. You can't do that, dude. People are always feeding and they're dying and they're typing. Guys. Mute them. That's it, right? The bad things that happen, I type something positive, we keep it going. That's it. And you'll realize that a lot of lanes aren't able to feed because you just, you just find times to gank them. That's really all it is. I mean, like, your early game is the most important part of all of this, because if you never let things go too far sideways, you'll obviously have better games. Nice. All right, we're on to game 6. All right. But we're good. Yeah, we're on to game 6. I would like to say, there would be a point that maybe when I want to do this again, I would, show off Briar's different builds. Hey, against this team, we probably could have done lethality. And against this team, we could probably do this and that. And I felt like that's a bit much for people as they, come to terms with, hey, this is how climbing low elo looks. Instead of trying to learn so many things, like, hey, I'm learning how to climb low elo and trying to decide what build, right? I thought it was pretty smart to just keep it one build, one room page, one everything, right? And just keep it moving, man. Ain't nothing to it. So, this time we got first pick. Banning Master E. Like I said, man, Master E is the low elo faker to me. So, I think that's an awesome ban. So, I'm not too worried. But yeah, no, we're 5-0 right now. We're just smooth sailing. I do think it's interesting to say that when I did mid lane I had to go 14-0 to get gold 4. This account took 5 games, so I don't know. Really weird. Now they have Twitch Lulu. Now that could be like a duo bot angle where that's a really strong bot lane, so If you can get fed, you can carry against them, but it's safe. It's good to remember that that's still 2v1, you know? So being like, yeah, you might be engaging onto Twitch trying to kill him, but through Lulu, that's again still a second champ. So can't always just look to 2v1 them unless you're super fed, then you can try. We're into the Diana matchup. That's a matchup that early game I can just run her down. I W right at her. That is what it is. So I'm not too worried about that. Now they do have Lissandra to follow it, so Lissandra kind of sucks because she can just perma CC you, waste your W. Like, you W, and then she W's you, you're standing there, and then she E's during that W and flies away. You just lost your cooldown. And now you can't play the fight, so if Diana's hitting you that whole time, you have to try and, like, QE her to get away. Generally speaking, you beat Diana, and you should never really lose to her, unless she gets ahead, of course. Good build for this is going Bork third, because she's going a tank build right now. And you already run her down, so then Bork adding that slow and countering her build's really good. Their team comp is crazy good. So they have a hyper carry with 2 supportive champions, even 3 supportive champions. Their team comp was pretty good. I'm surprised. I don't know who dodged it. Our team comp was very good too, but it is what it is. But there's a lot of dodges in low elo. I think the culture of dodging, like I can say I thoroughly understand it for Challenger and so on, because of the fact that, like, I've seen myself lose and I knew what would happen from draft. But I think that is, like, such a scuff thing to do in low elo because you don't know what will happen. Your view of the game is so flawed that it just completely makes no sense to me to dodge. Like, oh, that game was a dodge, we were all AD. It's like, dude, we're in gold right now. Are you serious? Yeah, don't dodge. Don't dodge. The only time, like, I won't truly flame you for dodging is, like, if someone's, like, disco noo-nooing it and they're going to ruin the game. And which, like, the actual correct thing to do is make them run it down. You know, try and get that person banned. At least try and, you know, give them a repercussion. But generally speaking, in your life, I don't know how much time you have. If it's truly a waste of your time and you don't have any time to spare, then I say dodge, man. Because too many people will, like, get on you about dodging, right? No FF culture or whatnot. But you know me, man. You've been watching my videos. You know, dude, I used to work 8 hours, stream for 4, and make a YouTube video with 5 and eat in one of those hours throughout the day. That was every day. It's not always conducive to tell someone, oh, don't dodge, man. It's like, dude, do you realize how little time I have? My team is cringe, by the way. You see how they just banned that, and then enemy team banned that, right? That is the cringe. That's what gets Briar banned out in my lobbies. Either someone's watching my oh, this hurts. Who do we even play? I didn't even think about this. That truly hurts. These guys are all cringe. But it's whatever. I can play Graves. I can play Viego. I didn't think about including a non-Briar game here, but at this point it makes sense. Let's do this. Do a Viego game. Let me see if I still got some hands. What do you guys think? You think this game's gonna go good or bad? Luckily, right now I'm not streaming, so you know this is real. Sure, he probably saw me from last lobby and just decided to pick it. He probably plays it as secondary, or he mains it. We can check the OPG to decide, but it really doesn't matter, man. Play the game. Sometimes, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, this is an awesome video because this happened. Because in lower elo, Briar will get taken a lot. So, have a secondary. And you're going to see mine now. Now, I've always liked Kraken into Sundered Sky on Viego. I loved that build. But, I think people right now are going like Triforce Sundered Sky. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, Triforce Collector Shield Bow. I've never tried this build. I'd be down to, though. Nice. Yeah, you know, just be nice, right? Someone says something active about the game, man. You know? Agree. Talk about it, you know? Here's what it is. Yeah, maybe we try this build. So it seems like it's like, this is your 3-item core, and then you have AD or MR, and then if you're snowballing these. Kind of game. To talk about the draft, that was Briar here. Basically, you see Braum on your team, you know you're happy. You see Malzahar, you look to R. Again, Jinx Braum, they will perma CC people. Cassante, an awesome champion to play with because he will always just bring people right to you. And or beta 1v3 because the champ is OP. In terms of these champions, right, if Pyke and Kai'Sa start destroying your bot lane, moving really fast and doing a bunch of stuff to catch your team lacking, that will suck. Yasuo can hard destroy Malzahar if he, is really clean with it. But generally speaking, Malzahar just wants to push a wave, recall, so on. And Mordekaiser is pretty solid into Cassante. Let's see. Okay, 27 KD. Crazy. Self-glaze there. Let's see. Can I play Briar? Do we have a Briar enjoyer? You might be in the video, bro. Oh, and he's a Briar Smurf. Look at him. He's a Briar Smurf. We got a little Smurfy Smurf action. Although I'm doing it for purely educational purposes, I don't know what Jacob Jeff 2 is doing it for. But, see what he's got. He's going the high damage runes. I like that. So we will see. I might even sit up. I might even sit up for this game. I'm going to leave that tab open. I'm going to try that build. I've never done this build, so let's try. Again, my game plan really doesn't change. I do the same stuff. I'm pretty standard. I do objectively good things at all times and hope for the best. That's what makes me okay with, the climb, is that I know that I'm often doing consistently good things. And that alone gives me, like, a little bit of confidence in the fact that, like, even when I'm losing, I'm like, at least I'm doing good things and learning good lessons, But even if this game doesn't go that well, that's okay. So I would like to look for my recall here. Briar players obviously don't like to look for invades that much pre-1 camp, because we don't want to get caught in the counter invade. Plus, Braum is one of the best level 1 champs in the game. If Braum's ever looking to invade, you do it. Because, yeah, that champ is nuts, bro. I don't really like Viego's Raptor start clear. It just feels like I'm always so low when I do it. Take some time, make sure there's no cheesy stuff going on, and start your clear. We're going to pat down again Jinx Braum, one of the strongest 2v2 lanes in the game. He's doing Raptor starts. One thing we can look to do is steal his Raptors that come up. Second, obviously very good play. I play a lot of Raptor start, and when you see me doing it, obviously always hoping people don't do that. We will extend our hand to try and teach him about his timers, and let's see how much he knows about his own gameplay. Got our second camp done. Top lane's trading, mid trading. All looks pretty good. When you W, it is an auto attack reset on Viego, right? So you're looking to Q between auto attacks and use your W to either move or auto attack reset like that. Pretty good stuff going on. Looks like a solo bolo to me. I like using my E here just because I can't see it. Biggest thing about Viego E is, like, you want to use the E as the pull when you're near walls that, like, might show where you're at. Obviously, we don't want to do that. Get the auto attack reset going. Briar's around here right now. Use Q to pull the camp to you. Send it through. So, like, right here, this is not a bad one because it stops right there. My bot lane doesn't look like they're fighting. My top lane did just get solo boloed, but that's because Mordekaiser Ignite. So when he TP's back, he's going to look for some good stuff. The way that crits, a minion was right next to me. Yeah, the Mordekaiser Q will do more damage with your solo. At 328, remember you can always click to get the fight going, and that will give you a little bit of timer on it. A little bit more damage gives you a little bit more time to look around the map. can't tell if they know I'm here or not. I really can't. Wow, they know. Yeah, it must be in Tribush then. Yep. Hopefully I can continue to get it. Nice. Yeah, they got that. Now, Briar's Raptors have spawned. If she's here, which she should be because she hasn't done anything else, then that would be pretty bad for us. Looks like Pike's actually taking a walk up here too, so let's just take the damage gank, call it a day. Now, Briar should be on recall. She's not. It's completely fine. She hasn't taken the recall. We're going to go ahead and take this one for us, since not too many of our camps are up just yet. We're going to go ahead and get our stuff rocking here. Viego is like so many different recalls you can do there. You can do like the 950 this, or you can do the 900 gold Sheen, or you can try and greed for the Phage. You know, Sheen's really good for like a good bit of burst. This is good for consistent stats, so they're all pretty good. Now, Briar's obviously going to get her 2 camps and then go for a recall to get that team at. So that's not too bad. We weren't able to get a bot gank, that's okay. But we are fully farmed up, which is where we want to be. It looks like our boy is cooked, unfortunately. I don't think he's getting away from that one. If I can come and help him, though, that could be pretty clean. I need my jungle pet to actually come over here and auto, or they're going to reset, yeah. My jungle pet took the day off, and that's okay. I see a low health enemy, so I'm just going to beeline straight towards it. It looks like he might be able to get the wave in. Oh, right here. We're going to take this fight. Oh, I know what my champ does. I got her back. Woo! I know what my champ does. Oh, yeah. My Malzahar now has R, so when Yasuo steps out of base, we will be going right there for him. Feel free to use this E. This E, most people tell you not to do because you wouldn't have your E for the fight. But I don't think I'm going to get contested with mid-prio and Malzahar, so happy to get a free one here. Not too mad about it. And as you can see, this Briar, right, obviously saw enemy team is low. I'm going to run right at it and did the same thing I did. So, okay. I don't think he needs help. Not going to lie. But it might be worth it. Make sure that my Cassante wins. Nice. Great job. Seems like my AD carry is down 36 farm and trolling this moment, so as long as we lock in, we can't really mess it up too bad. We have really good, like, 45 champs, right? Malzahar with Cassante is really good. Because Malzahar will take one point and click straight out, and Cassante can tank multiple people, like 1v5, right? So we can easily force this into a 4v4 through Malzahar R and Cassante buying us time, and then keep it moving. Now they obviously had bot prio there. Wouldn't be that good to look here because Pyke is off the map. They're probably looking to gank Mouse right now, like Pyke's gonna just show up mid. I think I'm gonna insta try and kill this. That is okay. I gotta do it. Thank you very much. So now we're gonna W auto, Q auto, Titanic W2. We don't have enough for our Triforce, so I'm going to play really hard for this one-item spike and then actually go for second grubs, like always. We're going to keep this moving. Enemy Briar, I would say the biggest thing he's doing is he's just going too hard for some of these plays, where like he's just kind of hard forcing on these, like, you know, these close fights, and he's kind of putting himself at a disadvantage for it, where he's starting a lot of the plays, right? He's not letting the plays get started and then following up on them, which can be a problem. Use my E here, just slide through, check this crab. Once I get this crab, I'm living the dream. My top laner doesn't feel like he's been ganked enough. He wants a little bit more. To be honest, I can get super fed through topside, so I'm not even that mad about it. Wait me then. Now I'm on my way. I'm just going to ping it. We're going to get this rocking. I've never gone this build, so we're really going to check and see what this build has to offer us. Again, we're going to Triforce Collector Shield. I've always been a Viego player, of course. You know, I've been a jungler, but... It is really good to always keep your camps respawning, so even when I'm walking top like this, I'm still getting this camp on the, like, walk. You see I'm pulling the camp to the gank, so it always looks like I'm walking to the... I'm not going to use my E too early. Go for the full charge stun if possible, but you're not playing to actually kill him yourself here. You're just trying to get his R for free. Now as this happens, right, he's gone. Basic knowledge of what Mordekaiser wants to do, right? He wants to pull you out of the turret and start taking the fight. Well, I simply won't fight you. And then when your R is gone, then we're living. He slid through onto Braum, immediate tap-eat, smart. Braum still kills her. Welcome to playing Briar, brother. I'm so sorry about it. You could look to kill Mordekaiser between his turrets, or you can look to go for the grubs. I'm a grub enjoyer here. We're going to do that, and then I'm going to look with Malzahar R onto mid lane. Yep, you're cooking him, bro. Oh, you. Do you think, brother? Nice. Now, I would like to play for this X-Tech Drake. So I'm going to do as much farming as I can before that becomes a problem. I see my bot lane's fighting again. Since I have a minute to do this, and I don't like ganking my bot lane here, I'm actually going to look for a cheese gank top. To really get in this guy's head, make sure that I have winning side lane for the rest of the game. Yeah, I'm actually on the way, bro. I can bail you out. Again, people can only win. Like, when I decide to do a cheese gank, that's how I know cheese ganks are dumb. Because people only win when I go for cheese ganks, right? Like, they don't, oh my god, I'm taking this cheese gank, and then it, oh my god, it was like perfect timing. It's like, it'll never be. Man, it is what it is. Now, I actually hate buying Crit Cloak. I think you should never do it. But it was you know, it's better than just buying one longsword here because I already do pretty good damage. And I need to go for Tabbies. Tabbies invalidate all four of these people, and that's where we're going to fight right now. So just making sure that you're strong. Tabbies are really good against Briar early until she gets Black Cleaver, and this guy's pretty far from that. And he's about 3,500 gold from it. So we got a little bit of time to do what's right here. Turning into Yasuo there made me super not tanky. Trying to bait Briar to W over there because I would just go into the invis and waste her frenzy, and that would make her unable to look for a play, but he is smart enough to know that he couldn't do that, so good for him. Now I look like I can just slide on this Isa here. Get no vision. She might shoot a W here, that'd be fine. Free pink word. Looks like Briar might go top with just how deep into their side Mord is, or Cassante is. So I'm gonna take this as an opportunity to try and sneak a dragon. I can actually just drop this and go to the bot gank, actually. I think I have enough damage to do this. Oh, back on my champ! Back on my champ! Oh yeah. Pull the dragon with your W. Look for a QR here, just get a little bit more juice on it. This guy might be banning a little bit of Briar, or this Briar might be banning a little bit of Viego for a little bit. This matchup is very tough, my friend. You have to really, you have to catch the Viego going for a gank. So you see how topside, when she was the first one into the play, it was really easy for me to just counterplay her, right? But had she waited for me to go in and start doing damage, yeah, that's a worse situation for me. It's just flat out a tough matchup, man. That's all there is to say. Now, we've already gotten feats from getting top turret and objectives and kills. We're living the dream there. She's ganking top on Titanic. So she does good damage here. I think I make it to this. Pike is also coming, but if we get one kill, I completely end this fight. My boy has so much armor, though. It's tough for them to play. Get to play my champ! You guys thought it wasn't going to be a Briar video. First said, I'm the best. Sure. You know, would I like a little bit of credit for camping this guy? Yeah, of course, but makes him happy, and again, winning's the only thing that matters. So that makes him happy. Makes me happy. But yeah, if you can handle Viego mechanically, he is a great pick versus Briar. Sometimes it's just a lot of buttons. A lot of people can't right-click enough. You know, luckily I came from years of playing League pre-Briar, so I'm very in tune with clicking my buttons. Completely fine. Here. One of the biggest things I can teach you guys right there, that pike hook hit me, right? But, like, it's about having a game plan. Because I know that my game plan is to farm until objectives and then look for opportunities when my farm is down, right? That pike hook doesn't annoy me. Sometimes people do plays just to get in your head to make you want to trade with them and waste your time. But the game plan is simple. I farm. When my farm is down, right? I look for plays. So stuff like that doesn't really irritate me, and it makes you a lot better of a player because your emotions are very quelled, right? Now we are down players for this, so I don't even like playing for this. I would say even run. Running. People are gonna die, man. I don't care. Now, they do have a good team comp, so push lanes, bro. Oh, Cassante. Honey, don't start yapping, brother. You died randomly. What lanes are we to push, man? You died between mid and top. Cassante has TP here. Okay, he's TPing there. It still goes through, so it's fine. I can stay invis for a little bit here. Let them cook. I want to slide through. I could have just taken the Kaisa Soul there, but I wasn't too sure that that wouldn't have killed me. Come on now, guys. Get out of here, kid. We do have to be careful about this game, man. Our AD carry really wants to lose. You have to be careful, man. If I die for free, man, it's you're gonna see some sadness. Play, bro, play. Come on. Felix is quite depressed. Now, if their team comes for this, we can't really do much. We're just perma down players no matter what. Okay. Yeah, we're perma down players no matter what. No, to be fair, we shouldn't have even gone for that because we knew that we were 5v4, and with Cassante standing in base, I don't really know what's going on with us, but dude, we might lose the Briar matchup, bro. Might just be like that. Where did he DC? Am I typing to a brick wall here? Now, one thing we don't win is 3v5. Got a funny story about, oh, he's DC'd. You know, a funny story about Jinx players doing this. One day, when I was playing with Fiendish, my roommate, I was dropping like 20 kills in Season 3 on old Aurelia. It was awesome. And he did almost what Felix is doing. Whenever he would get tilted enough, which was like 2 deaths, he would sell all of his items and buy 6 sight stones, which was just a ward dropping item. And he would just stand at our nexus and just shoot ults, and that's all he would do until the game ended. Doesn't matter if he wasted 40 minutes of his life or not. So I'm pretty experienced in this department. Oh, they have this warden. Now they did get Otacon and Dragon there, that sucks. We're gonna go to 3 items, grab a pink word for some vision. We're gonna try. Now, had I been smarter about that dragon, we wouldn't have even lost that, and that was actually a lot of the swing back in their favor. So, you know, if we were to lose this game, the thing I would learn is that play right there. We should not have done that. And that was facilitated by me. There's no one to blame.
I remember her sinking beneath the waters. And then
Unfortunately, Fancy Fig he needs to step up to the plate. Because, man, we're in a rough game here, and we can't be dying too much, man. Trust, it'll be a problem. Do you think you can do anything to get your team to relock in games like this? Well, I kind of like this. Not as much. Now, Briar's still going for him, but their team could group up here. Be pretty good. I'm just going to keep stunning her. Nice. Scary. Oh shoot, I forgot he had E. Nice, we were able to get something though. Pike has extremely low cooldown, so catching Pike in a situation like this, pretty low chance. But you can bang out on the tier 2 and make it work. Yeah, FF trolling team. Brother, focus. He said all that right before we clutched the 3v5 or whatever it was. What's last on this? Guessed it's pretty good. And one really big thing that you can notice is you never want to be the people on my team right here. You see my support's unable to focus up and, you know, he's dying some bad deaths. You need to be truly focused at all times. And then my Cassante, right? You see how he's like, oh, my team's trolling because I died, right? Like, dude, everyone that types, please stop. You guys, promise you, typing is never worth it. You don't realize, like, how much that actually affects everything negatively. Oh, just gonna hit this. See, Pike is annoying our mid laner. Let's go! My boy, do you have flash? He does have flash. Wanted to go 1 for 1. I actually kind of like that. That gives us 2 dragons, stops them from getting a soul point. That's good. They won't start Baron. If we want to look for a fight, we could. Because it's 4v4 and I'm here. Wait for me? Well, we don't really have to. Nice. Best thing to do when you're playing Viego is just dodge as much damage as you can, brother. Dodge as much damage as you can. Because this champ, like, you need every bit of health, you really do, to make everything work. And any damage that you take can be the reason that you don't get the 1v5. So dodge every spell possible. Trust me. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, now I'm strong enough to get Death Stance, get my pink ward. We're up about 3 to 3.5k gold on Briar, but the thing is once we all hit 6 items, we're all equal. So, you know, you gotta make it work, man. They have 1 bot lane right now, and that's one that can't beat Cassante. So, we need to start stepping up here so that they don't go to him, and if they go to him, then we go to Baron. Need to hop about that bed real quick. Get to play my champ. Seems like young Felix just figured out we can win. You see how Felix actually just played the game? I mean, he's not playing well because he's not hitting Baron right now, but I think me and Brum can actually do this, and it's not that bad. Just keeping up with my objective timers here. You can get away. Don't die for it, brother. Baron can still hit you there, brother. Nice. Go ahead and take that over. And in a time like this, if you were to go GA, I wouldn't hate you for going for an elixir on this recall, just to make sure that you can carry. I like GA on Viego because you get the respawn, then you have another chance to grab a soul. The problem is if you swap to someone else and die as someone else, then you don't get the GA passive, which can suck at times if you mismanage whose soul you grab. But you can also pivot this into an Infinity Edge. Generally speaking, I think I just want the GA just in case I misplay, because again, my Viego ain't what it used to be, man. Now, as Viego here, I like to just hide in the mist here and just be human ward. Really solid strategy. Just try and catch someone lacking. Again, if all you do is just get a quick burst on someone, put him to half before a team fight, that could be really good. So like something like this, I'm just looking to poke. Even if that's fine, right? Because the damage he takes is more important than the damage I take. Because I'll heal up. I play the Ruin King passive on my existence. Imagine I hit that W though. Oh, they know. Oh man, close. Felix and Cassante, instead of going team fight, they went for base race. It looks pretty good. Generally speaking, if we just took the team fight, we would just win as a team, but if they get the end here, it's the same thing. I don't think they're going to get it this time, though. They're a bit too lacking in damage. You can't just hit the Nexus, guys. Alright, brother. That was really close. I wasted my flash and my W on here. Couldn't decide how I was going to do it. I needed to just flash and then hold my W and do everything. My Briar play was good. Mostly it was the Ignite that ticked me of like being enough to kill. But overall, not too bad. I think one of the biggest things that you guys can learn from this game is just the fact that you see how my AD carry stopped playing the game. You see how I don't let them out? Because, dude, he will get bored. Most griefers do get bored. Make them quit the game so I can get LP, LP reduced. Or, I'm going to make this game so playable that you might think it's winnable and then start playing. It is what it is, man. Yeah, I've played this game for 12 years. Trust me, I've been here before. Seems like they might have 4 here, so I'm going to try and bait back to my team. We're still up a player no matter what. I don't think dying for that is very worth. Well, I need to buffer R an hour ago. My bad. I didn't expect to get hit by that. Once again, our Cassante is going base, so hopefully he's got it this time. I mean, what else did it do would hope. Yeah, I just needed to R. I kind of forgot. That I have that as a secondary option. I don't need to just try and juke everything. Try and type to him in a way that he'll understand. Hey, bro, they're between us. Oh, okay, FF. Oh, cool. No. People like this are pretty simple. Very simple humans. Like, whole team is fully focusing everyone on me because of my KDA scoreline, I guess. So, simply put, all we have to do is just group on me, brother. I don't think we can burst through this, but I'll try. I have GA now. Pretty worth, if I do say so myself. Sorry, brother, you're playing Briar and you just eat. Good luck. I don't foresee a way this isn't a free dub. Can't lie, I can't even see a world this isn't free. And I could have played that better, but again, my Viego ain't what it used to be, man. They have 15 seconds to Mordekaiser with 3 people in a small wave. Can they do it? I don't know. Am I going to find out? You're dang right. This game has truly gotten to D-Gen. It's only D-Gen because I'm not playing well enough. I'm trying my best, though. They have 2v3 with Pike coming up in 10. Respawning Nexus turrets is just going really well for them right now. Felix, unfortunately, does not glide this. To be honest, this Cassante is just content at this point for like how delusional one player can be, so we'll keep him unmuted, but you guys know me, that guy would have been muted. This build does not feel better than the other ones, but generally speaking, this game isn't a very default one, so I'm very surprised that this one like feels a little weird. Alright, nice. They're not even on it yet. I can play to get my elixir. I flash again because I guess I'm saving it for next game. Oh, honey. That's all I can say to low IQ players. Dang, I ticked out from Mordekaiser to Leandri there. If they go Baron, that's what we want, because that's not killing our Nexus, so thank God. I'm not locked in enough, man. I just gave him a chance. That's on me, my bad. Not liking the look of it. I'm loving the look of it. Good job. Yeah, I understand that sometimes it can be tough to stay calm in times like this, but just know that, dude, you're trying your best. When you're trying your best, good, bad things are going to happen. It's okay. Now I'm full build, though. Full build, my GA's coming up. I'm living the dream now. Spread out. Good job. My God, Felix kind of glid. We get to win, so yeah, we get to win, so I'll make myself laugh. Bring up kills. Everyone hates when kills are brought up. GG. And we got to make fun of Hunter Lee. What a silly guy, bro. I'm one of your only teammates in this game where you have no AD carry. Shout out Fig and CMET though, real players. Yeah, my Viego ain't what it used to be, man. I tried my best. Nice. Good damage. Okay, damage taken. It is what it is. Jacob Jeff, man, you did alright. Your early game just needs work. If you can fix your early game, bro, you got this. If you're watching. I don't know if you are. Yeah, I mean, he is awesome Briar stats, so clearly you know what you're doing to a point, man. So great job. Other than that, GG. Nice.